factory, where beats get rolled like burritos. Bulba en la casa. Let's go!
From the block to the console, we ride that beat. Destiny rising, AOE heat. Rise of Kingdoms, got the crew on the street, but we play with a heart that can't be beat. Fortnite drops, COD snaps clean. Burrito gang repping on every screen. We ain't just gamers, now we a dream. Raising funds for St. Drew's team. The Burrito gang, roll it, light that flame. Bulbaritos bring the heat to the game. From the factory, yo, we ain't the same. We cook our beats with that boba so flame. Mixo Pokémon y mexicano sentido. Bulbaritos, nombre bendito. Bulldog, francés, corazón bonito. Dale, we dissect the dev like surgeons in a booth. Break down the lies, serve up the truth. Fat content fresh from the factory roof. When the horns go off, that's Bulba's crew. No fake flex, no clickbait sign. Just community love and charity line. For every kid fighting in tough times, we ride together, our souls alive. The Burrito gang, roll it, like that flame. Bulbaritos bring the heat to the game. From the factory, yo, we ain't the same. We cook our beats with that Bulba Burrito gang. Everybody say our name. Bulba in the lab with that crazy aim. From the streets to the stream, we claim respect and love, not fame. Bulba the factory done. From rope roots to gaming songs. Burrito gang, we carry on. Faith, family, flavor forever strong. Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Anthony here with the Bulbaritos, bringing you a brand new live stream. And today, Burrito Gang, we're bringing y'all knockout stage in Season 10 of the Osiris League inside of Rise of Kingdoms. And boy, oh boy, we actually have a couple of good options to start off with today. But our girl, Sis Solar, brought us one match that she's been telling us. So we are going to start off with that match today. 2293, going to be battling it out, fairly leveled out match. We do have another one as well from Xi'an, from 3777. Their matchup's looking real good. And then I did find another one in Horus that I think is going to be an absolute banger as well. So we got multiple options today. Hopefully we find us a fantastic match, because that's what it's all about, baby. It's all about that. It's win or go home time. You show up, show out, or go home. Or go home. Somebody's Osiris League is ending today. And then the winners move on to one more round of knockout, and then we're in to top 32. And so, yeah, it's going to be an absolute barn burner today. Hopefully these should not be dead matches for the most part. But it's interesting. We'll talk about it here in a minute. There are a lot of new faces. So there's potential for a lot of top 32 mix up, not top 32 register getting knocked out. And we're going to monitor all that as we go throughout the day. But yeah, if you're excited, make sure y'all do us a huge favor. Y'all been crushing it. And the more we continue growing that engagement, the more motivated. As bad as that sounds, it motivates me a ton when y'all engage with the content. So if y'all do me a huge favor, smash that like button on the live stream, on the video content. If y'all been enjoying the 30 days of content, help me out with that. Every like and sub helps the channel get in front of others that may love it as well. So do me a huge favor on that one. And Burrito Gang, I hope y'all have a fantastic time. Let me fire some music up. I'll hit y'all up in chat, and we're gonna start looking and showing the screen off here in a minute. Let me see. Do. Boop boop boop. All right, so this song's about to end, and then I'll fire up a new one. Shion Nub, what in the world? Car, yo, I missed you, Car. Solar reporting for duty. Yeah. All right, Solar. Well, we're gonna fire it up on your map. Grumpy coming in with the member. Yo, thank you, Grumpy. I appreciate the support, big dog. Welcome to the Thick Burritos. Dude, we got them high-tech sounds, the vocal sounds here. For those of y'all that are a member already and have those emotes, you know what we do every single time. Don't be ashamed. Pop those Thick Burrito emojis in the chat. Welcome Grumpy to the Thick Burritos. I appreciate you, big dog. I appreciate you. Let me see. Solar, you said, whoa. You can't attack. Dude, sis comes out swinging. You haven't seen that give with the guy shadow boxing in the street, bro. She ain't come to play. She ain't come to play. And neither did these teams that we're about to spectate, hopefully. All right, let me see. If Solar, let me see. I got to remember, sis, can you tell me which division it was again? That way I don't have to pull it up. If I have to pull it up, I will. But let me see. Let me flip over real quick. Missed you more, my man. Dude, it always feels good getting nice streams in on Osiris League. Yeah, it's almost a lock. Outside of if I'm like on our anniversary or on vacation, every Sunday we're doing longer streams. I will most likely, as we get through, we are going to get very, very hyper focused on which matches we do. And the way that I go about it is, just so y'all know, I'm going to start doing more polls on the channel. For those of y'all that are the old guard, you remember how I do it. I go through and I start picking out the best matches. I put them in a pool of a poll of 4, and I'll have multiple polls for each time slot. And y'all, the community, are gonna vote. You're gonna vote, so your voice is going to be heard. It's no favoritism. The only thing that I will say is every now and then, if I think there's gonna be an absolute fire match that people are sleeping on, I will veto the vote, but it is very few and far between that I do that. The only other time that I would do it is if I see every other content creator, because they'll start coming out and then they all stream the same match. It doesn't really, like, we don't need a 15 stream for the same match. So that's the only other time I would do it. All right, let me see. She put it. We've got practice in 33 minutes. Yo. Bet 25. All right, let me see. Why am I going this way, fam? I'm on the bench this week, so that's the reason why we're not streaming the say we just loaded in. That's the reason why we're not streaming the Huns match today. I don't really want to. I may go and react to it later on, maybe, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to stream it because it's live, and so they would, if they see it, then they would know full well what we're doing, and so I'm not gonna stream that. Let me see. It was Horus schedule. Solar said 25. No, it's not this one. Sis, which division is it? Solar. Car, is y'all's match looking good this week? Which division are you again, Car? Hey, good luck, Grumpy. Good luck, brother. Go crush it. Go crush it, brother. I'm excited for you, my friend. Good luck to all the Huns players, fam. Go crush it, my friends. Realm bets? Realm... hold on, what's the question? When did you say it, sis? Let me see. In Discord or in here? I can go find it. Let me see. I gotta go find it in the chat. 20. me? Oh, it's in Baztat. Okay. Baztat. I was in the wrong one. That's a why. All right. We're in it. We should have a little bit of a timer. Yeah, 3 minutes. 3 minutes and we're in. 3 minutes and we're in. SIP versus NB. NB is a old guard. Typically a nice solid top 32 pick. So this should be a good match. NB, I believe, usually, I don't know it. Well, no, there is a couple of times they haven't made it, but for a majority of the time they do make it in the top 32. So they're a very experienced team. I don't know if all the players are from the original squad, but Northern Blood has been there for a hot second since we've been covering Osiris League, which is good. But I do know SIP. So I'm excited to watch this one for sure. Apologies. It's 8 a.m. my time. I've been up for a little bit. A little bit tired. Spy L. Yo, thank you for the follow on Twitch, big dog. I appreciate you. I need to start looking over here. That way, in case y'all are messaging on Twitch, I can see both. I have both chats rolling up. Anubis D5. All right. Well, we got 2 minutes. Let's go check it out real quick. Anubis D5. All right, IN. Ooh, CB from 1307. Crown Beasts. Oh, they migrated. That's right. So Crown Beasts are one of the old alliances from 1307 back in the day. I don't know if Juan and all the crew are still in there though, but they are very good too. So that's an awesome one to see. CB, old school CB. Oh man, why y'all so thick, Car? Why you so thick, boy? You're gonna scare him away. All right, they're all in, boys. They're all in. All right, so we're heading to Baztat 25. Good luck, my brother. I appreciate you. Hey, but you got an early match. Well, no, you're at 15. You're at 15. Do we need to highlight a little car action at 15? Yo. We'll have to check and see what good 15 matches we can find. If not, IN is a great option for sure. Unless they smoke them. Smoking a pancake. The donkey. Is it bad I want W99B to lose so I can harass friends who are in there? No. It's, you would be a terrible friend, donkey, if you didn't do that. You know what I mean? Real friends take you behind the woodshed, old Yeller style. You know what I mean? That's a real friend right there. If you didn't do that, donkey, we couldn't be friends. You know what I mean? Car, we've been working on our girth for a little while. Yo. Car confirmed. IN is a grower, not a shower. Confirmed. Ew. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If Solar loses this match, hashtag blame Solar. Here we go, sis. Good luck. We're 5 minutes behind, so don't ruin the plot. Don't ruin the plot here. All right. Let's see who's who. All right, so sis is in SIP. So she is blue. We'll wait for them to load in real quick. Oh yeah, we got us a party this week, boys. We got us a party. Yo, let's go. All right, we got us a match. We got us an actual match, team. Yeah. That's what I was telling you. Knockout stage are all the winners. They want to get in the top 32. Lock in that spot. Only one makes it through. So this is it's gonna come down to it. About 2 minutes, I'll start clicking through everybody. We will start with red clicking through. We will end off on blue, and then we'll zoom out for the gate opening. All right, here we go. 127, 116. Yo, we got some beefy boys in here, bud. 97, 108, 95. These are some proper Horus players right here, boy. Let me tell you something. At least 100 mil. There's 83, 105, 108, just average 100 mil. Nothing to see here. $99, 104, 124. And I always click through these to give the team some shine. Some teams like to come and watch it back. And so I like giving the team some shine. All right, we got a minute left. Let's get over to Sip's side. Make sure y'all look. Whoa, they gave her a front spot. Yo, oh no, she's the planner. I forgot. Yo, look at Yoda, baby Yoda. Nice. Let's go, sis. All right, 113, 116, 104. There you go. Not my goober. Daddy Warbucks. Yo. I know Nipple Bear. Hello. 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 Oops, I didn't click on you, my friend. My apologies. We got 30 seconds to do this. Here we go. Dubai. Lady Veritas. 87. Man, these teams are pretty stacked. They're pretty matched up very well. Should be a great match. All right, here we go. Dude, we did that. Dude, fast finger boba right there, fam. Ooh. Ooh. Fast finger boba inbound. We got all that done. Less than 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, woo, the knockout stage has begun. The gates have dropped. Got energetic, probably coming out from both sides, I suspect. There you go. Let's see who's going to touch those obelisks first, because we all know it's like Kingsland. Whoever touches the obelisk first wins. The thicker, the better from Carr. Yo, life rules to live by. Morning, afternoon, Steve. Yo, good to see you, big dog. I hope you're having a fantastic evening, afternoon. It is 8 a.m. my time, bro. I am crying. All right, all three have been popped. On the side of Sip. I don't dislike that. All right, let's see the split. It's looking pretty even right now. Looking pretty even right now. We keep an eye on it right now. Obelisk was touched by Sip first, so they have to be winning. And GG's, I'm just kidding. But yeah, they are gonna have a couple of seconds, not very much. MB, both, so now both obelisks have been touched. So slight favor, just a little bit on the side of MB, just to go by a couple of seconds. Top side for Sip was a little bit slower on that regard, but it's okay. It's not the end of the day, but they did miss this outpost over here. So whoever's been jumping, whoever jumped for the obelisk, nobody touched it. Ayo, ayo. We have 1,000 marches. Ayo, hello, hello, anybody? There we go. Leave it to old Nipple Bear to really secure the outpost. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right, and this is when we start to see the interesting part. Top side, red should be pushing in pretty deep. Bottom side is usually where you're going to kind of hold up, wait for blue to push. So it's opposite lanes that are usually traction-wise that are going to get pushed. Big scale BOD happening here. Yeah, so this is, Steve, this is the combo. The way that I used to describe it to the AOEM devs is, and what I pushed for is it's BOD and Wonder all in one. But instead of zones and wonders, there's structures that you have to garrison. And then there's fog, like BOD, on a big scale map. And each player has 5 marches. Lean fall into the night. All right, we're about to get it. We're about to get it. And we have skill usage. Passing like cross lovers in the night. We got 2 rallies going in. One going, they're both going to Obelisk. We're going to see if people are ready for it. Because there is nobody over here. Nobody. All right, we're pulling back. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Red should be, I like this positioning though. They're not pushing up too early. You don't want to kill off all your marches. I like that blue is crashing down if they can. That blue ball, you really want to see, use that number and push them back. And if you're red, we're going to see. We're going to see. I like it. The fights are begun. 60 seconds till altars and shrines open up. And then that's when the real battle begins. The real battle begins. All right, we got to keep our eye on this obelisk. We got the Attila. Yo, happy Chatsky sounds coming in. The Attila rally with sub as your secondary. Oh, yo, this isn't looking good, fam. Woo-hoo! Yo, let him cook. The Attila. Oh, he's just flying. He's flying high right now, boys. The swarm, they let it down. I'm not sure, fam. Let's see. Let's see. We got to keep our eyes because if this resets, this honestly sets them back pretty far. You have to wait another, and they didn't use hard push either, so their time isn't going to be fantastic. Let's see. In this case, I would have probably teleported close in order to quick reinforce this, but they're taking the traditional route of porting towards the edges. They might barely. Yes, that's what I want to see. A big boy point right next and just keep pumping and dumping inside. Oh no! Oh, it was so close. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Is this rally still up? All right, they got a little Ivar. This one is slower, or Scipio, sorry. Scipio Ivar. It is a little bit slower. It's not going to hit as hard because now you have infantry on infantry. So that one should be secure as well. Have a nice little start here. Hey, oh, let's go. There we go. Got in. Even with, see, NB is very, very organized in this sense. They were able to sneak in first, which it does mean a lot in these high octane matches. I do want to see SIP kind of move their ball and not fight so like out in the nether region so much. I would prefer them to fight around a structure, right? So it's meaningful fighting. Well, if you watch those like high like level teams, you will never catch them fighting in a ball out in the middle of Narnia, right? They don't care if they're getting hit. They will always be marching to an objective because see, all those marches died. If they would have been over here, this structure would have already been down. And because they're so close for reinforcing, look, right? And that's the difference, right? The 30, 45 to a minute that they spent fighting out here to kill those marches, they could have been around here swarming this already, and this might stick up. Let's see if the reinforcements, if they were swarming this earlier, ooh, that was a nice pop on that garrison though. When they swarmed it ticked down real deep. But let's see if they get those reinforcements in. This gets what getting in. Ooh, just like that. SIP flips. SIP flips. I do not believe, and I wasn't paying attention to the timer. I don't remember if they got the first occupation on that before it flipped. I don't believe they did though. And SIP is doing a fantastic job of flipping these. And the reason that this is important is because the timing on this becomes very awkward because you see how it's 2:30. We got 5 minutes before the arc spawns. And so if SIP can pull off a couple of these first occupations, it's huge. The shrines aren't necessarily like banging with points, but, and see, and you're starting to see it now. They're going to kill off their marches. They're getting prepared for mid fights because y'all know, if y'all been here long enough, you already know the fastest march in Rise of Kingdoms is a dead march. And so in preparation for rotating to middle with full blown marches, you kill off these yellow and red marches, and whether you got to bang them out on somebody's city or kill them in the open field and get some points, you're killing them off. That's why you're seeing them push as opposed to sitting by the structure. Some of these I assume are probably full or near full, which is why they're not diving in. And so they'll probably rotate or at least try to secure this and then rotate. So that's why you're seeing them. That's why you're seeing this. Traditionally, it's to clean up their deads. It's not because they're dumb. It's because they're very smart. If you are the defending opponent, you let them do this, right? The best thing for you, and this is the one of the mindsets in KVK. It's hard, right? When you see a red march, you want to swarm it down, right? You want to kill it. In Osiris League and in Ark of Osiris, a red march as a defender, as the opponent, is the best march to have on the field for your opponent. So do not kill the red and really low yellow marches. Just run away. Let them chase you, because the more that red march is on the field, the less full marches are on the field for them, if that makes sense. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Wait, is that our guy Grumpy? Bruh. All right, here we go. 3 minutes to Arc. You're going to start seeing people, teams, and rotating in. We got us an absolute banger going right now. I think they are going to be able to sneak this first occupation for the shrine. So going into the first Arc, it's going to be worth 3,000 points. SIP should be at a slight advantage point-wise, sneaking out. We're going to see. I think they have a garrison in here. I also don't think they'll lose it in 14 seconds either. Unless they don't have any garrison. But I'm pretty confident they do. The fun starts. People actually fighting. Yes, sir, Rampage. Pumping and dumping inside. Yeah, Car knows what it is. Disastrous, crazy, organized. Yeah, these are some great teams. They did get first occupation, so you do see the tick. The point advantage right now going into first rotation is in favor of SIP, but they are dropping the points per minute right now, and my suspicion is there's a couple, like the altar just flipped. So right now, this is what becomes interesting, right? NB is late to rotating in middle, but in return, they are most likely going to have all 4 altars ticking in their favor. Is that worth losing first altar? Possibility, possibly, right? If anything, they should at minimum, SIP should reset this sky altar that's close to them. And in fact, both of them are close. So even if they lose a couple of ticks, they're okay. Set rallies on it. Let them fly. They're not going to be reinforcing these. No need to panic. As you see NB starting to stack up middle. We got SIP already posturing forward. Hodor! I'm not super thrilled on seeing them push this. I want to see them poke and pull back. You want to play the numbers game, because right now you have no skills in your favor. No skills being used right now. No skills. But they're doing a fantastic job. You may end up just popping a mythical, and they're going to save to the death. You'll probably see war drums. Yep, there you go. It was a nice skill set. Either it was going to be that or dust up. There you go. Yeah, dust up and mythical is usually kind of the play. Just depends, because you can get that AoE if they're already tight in the ball and you're getting hits on them. Oh! Yo! Oh! It was looking so good. All right, now here comes the thing. NB should be experienced enough to know that their arc runner should be pulling it from the backside. If they are pulling it from the side, it's a little sus. They're pretty organized, so I'm suspecting that they're gonna pull from the backside. They're pushing them out right now. Is anybody grabbing it though? I don't see any timers in here right now of them pulling it. They might just be hyper focused on clearing them out, which is kind of an L move. I'm not gonna lie, because if SIP is on it, they would already be resending middle, because there's nothing. There you go. There's nothing happening right now. That was a solid 30 seconds of nothing happening for the arc runner. MB Homechan pulling it. At least they pulled it with the CC, but look at it go. Broom, 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 broom. With swift stride to counter the speed reduction. Yo, look at this guy. Bruh, get in the Lambo, he said. Come ride with me. Good God, brother. Look at this guy. Woo. He put the turbos on, boys. He put the turbos on. Yo, oh look, I like this from Sip. I like this from Sip because the aggression from NB, I don't know if they're calling this out. They should all be running back, and this is why you don't let the arc runner run by himself. Use the tile hop, baby, tile hop. If you're Sip, you should be tile hopping the shit out of this. The good part is this arc runner is smart enough. Oh, brother, you don't do, no. He's gonna drop it right in front of the outpost. Are you kidding me? Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, all right. You should see some Sip players coming over to this outpost already. Yes. Woo-hoo. I don't know. They have a garrison though. They might have a garrison. No way. No way. With the flip. Let's go, Sip. Pick it up. You got to pick it up. The stall tactic is picking it up. That's the trick, not fighting. It's not fighting. It's picking it up. Because when you pick it up, it resets at 10 seconds intervals. So then you get 10 seconds more, 10 seconds more. It sounds counterintuitive to kill your march, but if you pick it up, it takes 10 seconds for them to pick it up, right? So it's a stall tactic that you commonly see with big teams is the power of using your marches, even if they're low, to pick it up, because then when they die, it's just a constant reset. And then you can pop some march skills. You can do a lot of really nifty things as you're doing it. NB, I think, is realizing how not outposty they should be. They should just run it literally to their shrine or their altar. Because the capacity, and the reason you don't do this, and I'll preface this and I'll explain this, right? The reason in Osiris League you do not ever suggest running it to an outpost is because the garrison number on the outpost is so low, your marches are so big, and if they are swarming while you're trying to run the arc in, it's more likely that the garrison is going to lose versus you getting in. And so it flip-flops nonstop. In altars and in shrines, the garrison is the number is far bigger and greater, so you don't have to worry so much about having to drop out big marches in order to get the arc runner in. And just like that, arc number 1 is captured by NB, and boom, we have us a game, ladies and gents. NB started out a little bit slow, but they're picking it up. They have a strong mid game as it appears. Sip is doing a fantastic job. Let me see what this point's looking like right now. 410, 410, nilled up, no worries. The good thing for Sip right now is that NB captured that arc extremely fast. So that says one of two things to me. One, they're extremely confident in their mid fight, right? Two, to be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised because they pop so many skills that I don't know if they're going to have that many skills on the side of NB coming into the second rotation. And if you notice, I'm pretty sure Sip will have enough skill bar to pop to the death in the second rotation. But they're kind of banking on that timing. If they captured it really fast, they pop skills really, really early. Maybe Sip won't have to the death if they do that. But for the third, if they do, or if they hold it, we're going to find out real quick. This is either a play because they think they can beat them in middle without any skills, or they're banking that they don't have to the death ready by time this countdown gets to 0 again for the next arc. All right. Structure's going nilled up as you see NB being the aggressor. This is the first Anubis fight we're seeing. Yo, let's go. I don't think I've ever seen people fight for the Anubis. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think I've seen a single match that yet there were people that fought for the Anubis. So for those of y'all that don't know, this will give you an extra 15% tick points for 240 seconds. If you capture both of them, you get 25% for 240 seconds. So it does make a nice differential. If you are on the side of Sip, you really, oh boy, dude, if he snipes this dude, this is gonna be crazy. But Sip is investing in this, boy. Oh, yo. Dude, if you're NB, you kind of sit here. You kind of sit here. Let them kill the marches off. No. Don't push. Either that or you attack the marches. I would have let Anubis kill their marches and then come in for the clean sweep afterwards. Hidden Sentry, they should have popped it somewhere around this Anubis to see if they tracked. I would have popped one of the sentries right here just to see if you're going to have to contest with a bunch of people. All right, yo, we have our first epic Anubis fight coming in, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first one we've captured. It's brand new, season 10. So I'm interested to see who got it, who's going to get it, who's going to get it. Yo, it's going down to the wire. Nobody's fighting anybody. They're all going after the Anubis. Who is it going to give it to? Iset. Yo, wait, which one is Iset? Yo. Hold up. Wait a minute. Which one's Iset? Yo, Sip got it. Yo. And then they got the one up here too, which was the freebie. I really wish, and this is something for the Lilith devs, I really wish they would have a section or like an icon maybe somewhere in here where when they capture the Anubis, that as a spectator which one is captured. Does that make sense? I really want to know, because these don't really like the blue text, or change the text to the color of the team that won it. Does that make sense? Change the statue color for all I care. Change something. That way we know as viewers. All right, here we go. We got Archer Rally in. Oh, it's going to do pretty good. It's going to be doing pretty good. Let me see. Grumpy up 17K to 2K. Alpha got absolutely destroyed by war. Oof. Oh, no. Ain't no way. Hey, Jan, thank you so much for the sub, big dog. I apologize for not announcing that earlier. Welcome to the community, my friend. Sorry, I'm so focused on the stream right now. It's absolute bloodbath, and I'm loving it. Zolt. They just delaying Arc more. It's wasteful time for Sip. I think the thing with Sip, right? The way that helps is if they are going to hold multiple altars during the 240, right? I think that's where it kind of you make up the ground if you can pull the altars, but they were investing quite a bit into that one. So right now they're running the 25% additional for 240, which right won't include the art cap at this point. 240, 60. Wait, how many minutes is that, brother? Oh my God, 64, 5. It might include the art cap if they're fast. It might include it if they're quick, but the likelihood of that is very low, especially when both teams are coming to middle. We're gonna go to the middle here in a minute as we see the ball starting to come in. I really, really want to see Sip not dive bomb into this. They're gonna try to bait him into the ball. Hold your ground. In the Korean, right, with the Korean teams, right, we made the PP formation basically is what it was. It just an absolute unit, literally just poking out. That's the only. You're either a tight knit ball, because this is very deceptive. This is like, oh, it's like 5 marches. Nope, it's a whole lot more. They're just very tight. Yes, pop the emojis. Pop the emojis. Let them know. I want to see, brother, if I don't see a YSG incense, brother, I'm about to flip out. You know what I mean? That is the original OG emoji, bro. If you know, you know. when you wreck somebody and take them behind the woodshed and just absolutely choke slam them, you YSG emote out of here. Inferno. Oh, interesting. I haven't seen that skill. Okay. I have no clue. I'm kind of a loss for words. I'm gonna have to look that up now. I don't know what the Inferno skill does, team. Can somebody let me know? Car, are you on here? Can you put in chat the description for the, or just put a rough of what the Inferno skill is? I couldn't read it all. Wait, is Solar put it on herself? Yo! Let's go! Yo! She took out the whole team! What is that? What is that? Bro! What was that? It took the whole team out! Oh my God, what was that? Bro, somebody needs to put what is the description for, bro, what was that skill? Bro, she came in there like the Phoenix. Bro, solo warrior just woo, 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 woo. It went bam, bro. Oh no. The amount that is gonna be abused because she used QSH too, and the QSH was doing all the AoE, bro. No way. Absolutely launch that. If you were MB, brother, I wouldn't have even wasted a skill. Dude, that was well played. Well played. I see you, sis. I see you. Okay. Yo. Play of Osiris League Season 10. Best one so far. Yo, what was that? She came out. Oh my God. That was crazy. I've never seen that skill either, which was insane. The fire was just absolutely lighting him up. But now that we know what it does, you ready for me to tell you the counter? You ready for it? You ready for it, boys? She's gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna tell you exactly how I, as like playing the game so long, or knowing this mode so well, what I would do to counter that. Hard counter. If you know that you're playing SIP, I would put Bog Down as one of your skills. And then as soon as they pop that, I would pop Bog Down on them, and then I would pull your ball back here. And then by the time they get you, the skill is cooked. The skill is cooked. That's what I would do to counter it. And then in return, I would hit them with Dust Up and Bog Down. So then you're slowing them down. You're also hitting the march, and then you pull your ball back. Whoo, but that play was nice. She came in, they were not ready. They probably were like me. They were like, what the hell is the Inferno skill? And then all you see is fire all around, and you're just like, what the, bro, yo, that was nice. That was nice. I do like seeing SIP being the aggressor. They did go forward with their marches, and then some went back to reinforce this altar as we're looking back. Let's see a points per minute advantage still in favor of MB, like it should be, because they just got smoked. That arc that they're carrying for SIP is worth 3,500 points, so they will actually take the lead if they do decide. But I will tell you, I would be very surprised if they insta-cap this, because they just popped their biggest skill. It doesn't make sense to insta-cap this because you will be at a skill disadvantage. But that being said, they also pop no mark as well, which is their 6. So it could be a reset, a flat reset brawl in the middle. We'll see. Y'all let me know in the chat whether y'all think they should hold this for a little bit just to at least get their skill bar up, hold it for the whole duration, or whether they should just insta cap this. We're gonna find out soon enough, but this is always the decision that's made, right? Yeah. This is the decision that's always made. You have to decide. And this, in my opinion, this is the play. You're not going to hold it the whole time, but you need to hold it long enough with the understanding that you will have skills ready for the next mid fight, right? You're not going to have that ready. I don't even know if you can pop that multiple in the game. I don't even know if you can pop that multiple in the game in the same match. Unless they have no mark, maybe they could pop it and then pop, like, I don't know. I've seen it done where you'll see multiple to the deaths get popped in a match when you cycle through the skills, but they haven't been using energetic as much as I was thinking. So their skill isn't cycling as bad. Oh, there you go. And just as I say that, brother, I was blind as a bat. She popped it. The energetic to try to get those skills up. All right, let's see. Now the ultimate, I don't even know if you can have double sixes on your bars either. Actually, no, you can, right? Because if we've seen the to the death, and that they have to be popping it. So it'd be a no mark to pop it to reactivate, and then boom, to the death gets insta reset, and then you pop to the death in the middle. So we could potentially see a double up on the side of SIP, possibly. But we're gonna find out here soon enough. Oh, brother, they insta kept that. They capped it. They capped it. They were like, hold my beer, brother. Hold my beer. Dude, this is a fantastic match. Fantastic. Why did those SIP marches still attack it? I'm not sure, Rampage. They probably were just making sure that they were at least hitting it, because you don't really want people to snipe it. I'm not playing. So the team that I'm playing with has big players, and so they're playing right now. They got some big boys on the team, and it's only 30 that can be entered. So I'm not playing this week, but I'm casting. Sniped. The timer changed to blue for ISETs. Let me catch up in chat real quick, fam. Let me see. Let me get to a fight real quick. No mark for SIP. See, she's gonna run the Inferno again. She's gonna run the Inferno again. It lines up. It lines up. I think she's running Inferno again. Now here's the thing. Does NB have any sort of slowing? Because I'm pretty sure Sis is going to run the Inferno on herself again. Snappo, I enjoy your Osiris League streams. Can't wait for our match at 15 UTC. Yo, I appreciate it, Snappo. Good luck on your match, my friend. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll be doing it all season long. So make sure you tune in. If you haven't subbed already, sub to the channel. Not just particular to you, but if y'all enjoy this kind of content, we are going to be doing those Osiris League bets, all that kind of stuff. Madness bracket tournament, we're going to be doing it again. If you don't know what it is, stay tuned. If you do know what it is, get excited. Wouldn't hold it for too long, but for a bit. They winning structure, so smarter to wait. Yeah, I would have waited too, Rampage. I wouldn't have waited like 20 minutes, right? But I would have waited like 5 or 6 just to try to get the skill bar up. But she has no mark, which is what I kind of thought they were going to do. So they're going to run no mark, and then you're going to see Inferno come out again. So we're going to see for the second time, most likely, see how effective this is. Inferno. Is the Inferno skill going to replace to the death? Because I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. That did way more damage than I think any marches on the field would do. I'm going to be honest with you. You want me to tell you something that could be absolutely game-breaking, team? Oh my God, I just thought about this, team. I just thought about this. What if we paired sneaky tactics with Inferno? I'm just saying. Hey, 93T, I'm looking at you, all right? What if we paired up sneaky tactics with Inferno? Oh my God, that would be so, like, you just see one march in the middle and everybody is like, brother, we got this. And they all bum rush you. You pop Inferno and boom, and then everyone pops out through the back. Oh my God. I can already see it now, team. Somebody bookmark that, because when they do it, brother, I'm going to be absolutely gassed. Y'all are going to have to gas me up when they do it. You do like a small ball, like you draw them in, you pop Inferno, and then you have your sneaky tactics wrapping through. Oh my God. I can already see it. You can't? You can't what? Hold on, hold on. No. I don't mean the person popping Inferno on themselves. I'm talking the marches they're gonna sneak behind would be under sneaky tactics. Inferno would be the bait. The Inferno march is the bait march. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. No, the Inferno march can't be hidden. You're not planning to hide that. That's a, you have a small ball to entice them in. You pop Inferno, you go, right? You get the fire. They're all, like Game of Thrones, just burning. And then as the fire extinguishes, your ball's coming out of hiding and just clears them out in the middle. Just wraps around through the back and clears them all out. All right, we should start seeing everybody start to rotate towards mid. It's just 3 minutes. Interesting. Yo. I don't know who got this one. See, this is what I'm talking about, team. This text should have changed. Oh, it's about to pop. Is that why? Okay, so they're fighting. So NB is going for the Anubis. Interesting. But no approach on the top. Actually, I don't even know if they're gonna, did they get it? Question mark? See, this is a question. Ultra of Anubis and receiver what? Okay, so they did get it. So they got theirs. All right, and the bottom one is just about to get contested. So Sip did get the top one. Sip did get the top one. Let's see. And this is where the interesting part comes, right? If you're MB, brother, just give them the Anubis. You need the arc. You need the arc. 2 minutes. All these marches coming towards Anubis aren't going to be available for mid. But if you're using Inferno, I don't think it matters. I'm going to be honest with you. I think you can kind of get away with sending less marches. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out, team. We're going to find out together. Here we go. It does take 30 seconds to proc, though. So it is a waste. Not hit everybody. You'll be wasting points for nothing. You trust me, Rampage. I promise you, there are some high-level geniuses that are like, they'll know, right? The timing of, like, we said the same thing about when the teleport thing comes out, right? The timing of it, you just practice the timing. And a lot of these high-octane teams practice that kind of stuff. They practice the timing of when do you pop sneaky tactics versus, you know, you're going to launch Inferno. Okay, Sis launched Inferno when she was out here. That's why I didn't see her. But she launched War Drums. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So War Drums already coming out. They're up by 2K right now. This arc's going to be worth 4. They are losing altars. Their Shrine of War is gone. Let me see. Looks like MB, dude, MB is flustered right now, brother. But they still have skills. I haven't seen them pop anything. Oh, I didn't even see who won it, bro. I think it was MB that won that one. Okay, so they split it. So 15% each. But now they're probably going to lose the... Oh, Time Warp. Here we go. But do they have the amount of marches they're going to need to make this worth it? No mark. There you go. Let's see. So they went Time Warp, no mark. Was their combo. I don't dislike it. Bro, I'm waiting for Sis to pop that skill, bro. I'm waiting for it. They might honestly not need it, but I kind of want to see it again. I ain't gonna lie. All right, they did grab it from the backside. Good job. Good job, Sip. Thumbs up. Grabbed it from the backside. Run, Forrest, run. See, and this is the other reason why. If you are able to grab this, right, and she has her march coming, you could time it at 30 seconds over here, run it over here to defend the arc runner, and then absolutely blast them as they're chasing the arc runner, right? So there's different techniques and different things that you can use to kind of take advantage of aggression, right? Or if you know your opponent is very aggressive, you take advantage of it. Arc runner is running. She is a running. Who's the runner? Kenpachi. Run, Forrest, run! CC, dude, CC's so fast. Very smart. So they're taking it, they're running to the rock, which is smart, right? The reason you do this is it makes it very awkward. What I like to do and suggest is you run the outside of the rock. And the reason being is because if you run it right here, right, a lot of the times it makes this a little bit dicier. It's not as close, don't get me wrong, right? But the time needed to run all the way around this rock for the opponent is going to take forever, right? And your obelisk is literally right here, right? So as long as you tuck it to the rock, you're usually pretty safe. It doesn't matter which side you go to. I know how slow marches are. And so when you run like that, it takes a long time, right? So this should be a nice secure for SIP, but I do like the idea that MB did pick it up. See what I'm saying? But that's 10 seconds, right? If you had fast marches and had all that, then you start layering those, and then it becomes very interesting. All right. All right. So now we have rally on altars, refocusing on structures to the side of SIP. I like to see that. Points per minute. Oh, 855 in favor. The occupation game has been nice. And even though we're saying that, look at this. It's been tight. It's been tight. I could have sworn, like, every time I look at the points per minute advantage, I always see NB in the lead. And the fact that they've kept it that close, it also definitely helps that they got that 25% bump that first time. Yo, Manu, yo. If enemies engage before you use the skill, Inferno hurts. Hold on. Before you use the skill, Inferno hurts you more, since it also hurts your allies. Okay, Rampage. That's good. Yeah, no, I need to look up. We'll probably look up after this match the description of it. Scar, yo, good to see you, big dog. How you doing, my friend? Last arc gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Do y'all think Rampage? Do y'all think they use Inferno again? Do y'all think? They only pop war drums that last one, so they should have the skill bar. This should line up. Crazy how different these art graphics are compared to back in the day. Yeah, it's so much better, man. The flow is also a lot better too. All right, so if they're dragging it to the back, that usually means that they're going to hold for a couple of minutes. My guess is they're holding for the skill. They are up by 200 points now. Right? The lead, the comfy cushion lead that SIP had has evaporated because of the points per minute lead. Because of the points per minute lead. Look at that. The neutral game is strong. Is strong with MB right now. The power of neutralizing structures is a big thing in Arc, right? This is almost as good as capturing the buildings, right? Capturing is always going to be beneficial, but they're not scoring. As long as you're scoring, man, you are going to be cooking. But as we say that, look at NB taking 3 out of the 4 altars right now. Yo, all of them are ticking except that one up top. Boom. Last arc probably, yeah, but they need to be mid sooner to be able to set it up. yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Solar Sis, she's part of the community, so it's a great idea to ask her. Y'all can always ask her in Discord too. They haven't delivered the arc yet, so everything is open. Who has more gatherers? Let me see. Nobody, from what I see. I don't see any marchers out really provisioning. Let me see real quick. Yeah, no, I don't think these two teams are provisioning. You'll probably see some at the very end, but it won't be very much. It'll probably account for maybe like 500-600 points. Not a bad one to skip in Huns. They field fought, but didn't do much else. Oh yeah, Grumpy. We made it through, Grumpy? Is that what you're saying? Did we make it through? Did y'all smoke them? How did the commander difference feel on the field? Did it feel as bad as I was thinking it was going to feel? I don't know. Couldn't decide. I know we have some absolute units, so don't get me wrong, but I also know how Saladin feels and how Alex feels. My match is also in an hour. Gonna be excited. Dude, Manu. Good luck, my friend. Donkey. Goober is farming for SIP with 1 march. So maybe like 1,000 points, maybe, if that, from Goober. If it's 1 march. Actually, I don't even know if you get 1,000. Maybe. The trick with provisioning is people understanding that it's all T1s. You use T1s for speed, use T5s for load. Just depends on what on how good you feel, right? The trade-off is real, right? You either want to be fast with less load, or you want to be slower with a bigger. Commander difference wasn't terrible. The CJs hurt. Yeah, I was expecting the CJs. I know Alex is more of a glass cannon if you pair him with YSG, but the CJs, yeah, I could feel that. And then the Saladin, the tanky cav, bro. Let me tell you something. Alex was okay. Saladin was tough too. Yeah, I think CJ and Saladin is going to be the tough hill. But the good part is CJ, if we have strong archers, is going to be real good. LOL, you'll bet. I'm gonna steal that Inferno strat for the playbook. Gonna test scenario. Yeah, see, Rampage? I like that idea. Wait, are you talking to the one that we just saw, or the one that I suggested? The timing is gonna be nice. If you can line it up, if you can line up the timing with the Inferno, like the small ball running to the middle, you can sacrifice 5 marches. We're okay with that. Let them be aggressive. If you're like, all right, we offer you as tribute, brother, we're going Game of Thrones where we're just lighting people on fire for the cause. We have 5-10 marches in the ball. Hey, you know what, boys? Give them the little Sammy Sosa as we piece them out into the depths of hell. And then we just bam! And then sneaky tactics around the back, boy. Let me tell you something. It's going to be nice. It's gonna be nice. And if you do, please record it, or let me know that you did it, and then I can record, because now that we can see the matches afterwards, I'd love to see it. We lost fighting Stone Age accounts as a new kingdom sucks. Yeah, hey, I feel you. I feel you. Rampage, kind of crazy to use something like that before playoffs. I don't think it matters, because there's so many. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I think there's more people that would mess up that strat than do it good. So I think it's one of those, like, more people would probably be, you know what, let's risk to the death over we could potentially kill our entire center team by popping this skill. Does that make sense? There's not very, if your team is like on point and you can time stuff down, that skill is going to be the most broken skill this year, this season. But if you time it incorrectly and you could destroy your own forces, you know what I mean? And so that's kind of the draw with it. An interesting strat that they're holding this. So they decided, they made the decision that they're going, now I will say this, if they do have one provisioner, right, this could be enough, right? I just don't know. Like, I think it's kind of a smart play. It's a 50-50 scenario because MB is not bad at mid. So they're kind of taking the idea that, hey, we don't even want to risk it. We'll just focus structures. We will have like a 2K lead. Then we'll have Goober coming in with provisions that will bump us up 800 to 1,000, and then we'll nil them out at the very end. So that's what's going to make this so interesting. The part on the side of NB and what you have to focus on is if they can neutralize all these structures, almost all of that's going to be for naught, right? Because if they can get multiple altars and hold them, this point percentage is going to go boom so fast that arc's going to be worth nothing. Because that arc is going to be worth 4K, right? 3.5, 4. Yeah, it's going to be worth 4. Right, and that can be made up pretty quickly if you're holding altars. So I'm expecting to see NBV very aggressive on structures right now, but all these marches are pretty much dead. And by the time they march over here, we just might not have enough time. They might just run out of time, fam. I ain't gonna lie. They might just run out of time. Yeah, Thought was great against CJ. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too, Grumpy. That's why I noted before, just let y'all know CJ's like, they're going to use those. So make sure your archers are ready to go. Donkey, it's interesting to see how many troops Sip is healed versus NB. Yeah, we'll see at the very end, man. It's gonna be interesting. Watch the arc, watch Anubis battles. I don't think there won't be enough time. There's no more time left. They captured it. They're up. And they're holding the points per minute advantage over NB. All signs are pointing to Sip knocking out NB. Sending them packing with what could be one of the best strats that we've seen in season 10 thus far. Actually, I can tell you for a fact that was the best strat that I've seen thus far in season 10 thus far. It 100% will end up as a short. Solar literally just went out and just said Dracaris and just bruh, brother. Dude, I liked it, Solar. I liked it. We're gonna have to chop it up. We captured it. I was like, what is this skill? I didn't even know what the skill was. And then all I saw was just fire, and I was like, she just turned into Daenerys. Daenerys, like what the? I was like, good God. But I did say, I will say this, Solar, you're gonna hate me, sis. But I did say what I feel like would be the counter to it. But I do like that it caught him off guard. So as an arc, like as a guy who loves arc, right? The thing that I told him on stream that I would do now that we know that skill is so insanely OP is when you see it popped, did you insta pop bogged down, right? So here, I'll show you what I would say. So like you were coming around the corner, right? More often than not, there's a sentry that's right here in the middle. When you see the Infernal March coming through, right? You would pop bogged down, slow them down, and then pull your ball back over here. Because by the time they reach you, that thing will have already popped, and it's probably going to pop right on top if they're popping it over here. That's what I would personally do. But the idea is not a lot of teams run bogged down right now. So it is an interesting. I also thought offensively, you let me know, sis, whether you like this idea. You doing a kind of a Dracarys kind of deal out here. And you know how sometimes like when you see a small ball, the mid teams will pop out. They'll be the aggressor. Well, then you pop it, right? You pop it coming in. You let them approach, right? Or you let them approach, you pop it. You use sneaky tactics, wrap the marches, your sneaky tactics ball, wrap them around, and after the skill hits, then you pop them from the back. But it has to be like believable enough where it's not one march marching in. It's like you're gonna sacrifice 10 marches to draw them in to pop the skill, and then you clean them up with the sneaky tactics march wrapping around after the fire. That way you don't kill them. So that was kind of a different play take on it. That it's all timing based too. But I loved it. I loved it. A lot of the heals on Sip's side is T1. Like they tried to steal the arc. So they can't see what March has Inferno. Oh, they can't. I saw an icon, sis. I'll have to look it back, but I saw an icon. Maybe live. Maybe that's a little different. I don't know. I saw your March coming in like the absolute, you know, like Daenerys coming in on her dragon. I saw there was a red icon that was like, do, and it went boom. And I was just like, brother, what the but it had an icon. I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. I just saw Inferno and I was like, and then I just saw everybody on fire. Everybody dance. I just saw everybody dying. I was like, what in the hell? What the hell? My dive was pretty obvious. Yeah. 1079 lost top 32 by 1K. Oh no. Dude, let's blame it on Gumbo. Gumbo's trash. Hashtag. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love that guy. Guy's my guy. One of my guys. So you can because it's live. Oh, okay. I like that. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. Very cool. So for those of y'all wondering, there you go. Solar just answered the question. So Inferno, because it's recorded, I can see the Inferno stuff. But live in game, you do not see the icon for the march. It just is a march coming at you. So that brings up even more opportunities, right? If you're pushing up as the ball and then 10 seconds before it's gonna pop, the whole team pulls back and it just boom! Like, dude, there's so many possibilities that you can do now. You could literally dive bomb in, pop, like as it explodes, use the march skill to run out. Like there's so many things that you could do possibilities wise now that they don't know which march it is. You can bait them in. Now it makes you have to question like which march has it, right? If they're pushing in, even if you run in with 5 marches and you're just like, all right, guys, we're dying for the cause. They're not gonna know who has it, right? I also like the idea of timing it when the arc's about to spawn. Could also be a possibility of you layering different things as well. If you have a full skill bar, you can layer Inferno and you push up, pop Inferno as they're running away, and then pop Bog down right below it. And then you pull the arc and run it. They're gonna have to run through the Inferno, through the Bog down in order to even get to the arc carrier. So there is so many, I can think of so many different scenarios that that could be insanely OP using that Inferno skill. So there's so many cool possibilities with that. I think honestly, the way that No Marks and Time Warp were the surprise last season, I think Inferno is gonna be that for this season. I think the amount of varying combos that you're gonna see from teams like 93T that I suspect are gonna time that out really, really well and combo that with, you know, with different stuff is gonna be huge. I think you're gonna start to see that. That's gonna be the surprise this season just because of how like just prolific that skill is. It's almost like a high risk, high reward kind of deal. But I do think that you are going to see some teams that are gonna explore that when they're going up against bigger teams. GG's to both teams. All right, Freze. Let's see how it went. 39-32. Sip coming out. I'm coming out. There we go. Knocking out NB Northern Blood, who have been a consistent top 32 team for a hot second. So congrats to Sip. Hot strat coming in. 2 arcs to 1, 7,500, 3K. Occupation, they brought it back too. 30K to 28. Provision score, whoa, okay. So I didn't see any provisioning for MB. But they ended up getting slightly more advantage on that. Kills, good golly, Miss Molly, there you go. And then the heals, they said were the T1s mainly. So by all means, teleports, boom, 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 boom. GG's, boys, GG's. Ladies and gents, hell of a strat. We're definitely going to be chopping that up into a reel and a video and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be insanely good this season, based on what I'm seeing right there. It's also, I would say this, I haven't tested it, but I would be interested, for those of y'all that do test it, right? Can that skill be popped inside of an obelisk zone? Can somebody tell me that? Can you pop the Inferno skill inside of an obelisk zone? Don't get me wrong. I'm the guy that's going to take this skill and absolutely beat the bejesus out of it. But can you imagine if you popped that sucker and you just went straight nuclear into the... You can pop Inferno anywhere you have a march. I'm just saying, you may see some that are going to make an obelisk pool, right? But then again, you'd be cooking your own. How long does the fire last? See, that would be an interesting strat to defend the obelisk, like defense, right? You don't have any marches, right? But what happens? They all come out of their cities to swarm. If you put your march and whoosh, I think it would cover a majority of the hold on the obelisk. Interesting play. It's not about that, Solar, right? It only affects the marches, but here's the thing. When you pop it in their obelisk zone, how are they going to get their marches out of their city? Does that make sense? That's the whole point. That's the whole point. It basically is like a ginormous delay for 12, 13 players that are inside the obelisk that can't send marches out without getting burned alive. Yeah, congrats, sis. Congrats. Tell the team, tell the squad, congrats. 18 seconds. Okay, well, that's not terribly long. So then that wouldn't work. That wouldn't be a good option of a use. It's an idea, but I don't necessarily, I like it for defense, but 18 seconds isn't long enough for it to be worth using on an obelisk capture. Whilst rally and more marches move behind marches. Yeah. And so like you could try to do it, but I think it would be like an early obelisk play, not a late obelisk play, if that makes sense. If you're trying to overload one side, it could be a good play. You could also combo it with sneaky tactics and then have your marches on the outside of the obelisk as it's all burning, and then you come in after it wears down. I don't know. There's several different plays that we could figure out. We are going to check all these things out. Give me 1 second. Let me see how the squad did. I think they said we did really good, so I'm happy. Let me check and see how we did. Waiting for results, brother. Brother cuh. I could look at, did we knock him out? We knocked him out. So SS85, I believe, was top 32. 3891. How did they do? So they had a bunch of no-shows. That's the tough part, right? When you have that. We'll have to do a little reaction video to the Huns match. Let me take a note real quick, fam, because these are all videos and stuff that I need to record for the content days, because these are easy W's. And then reaction video to Hans knockout. All right, there's three right there. All right, let me see. Wait, never mind. No points. I'm stupid. Inferno can counter pretty much any mid-fight skill. Not if I pop bogged down and it takes you longer than 18 seconds to get to me. That's the counter, to be honest with you. The hard counter is bogged down. Right? The other counter is if you do bogged down and dust up, right? They slow you, then they hurt you, and then the fire, your own fire will kill you by time you get anybody. So, but here's the likelihood. Most teams aren't running bogged down. Now, after people start seeing it, I think you're going to start to see the meta shift where people are going to have bogged down in the bag. They may not use it, but they're going to have it in the bag in case the skill gets popped. And it is good that you can't see which March has it, but I think if you're in a ball, they're just going to pop it on the ball at that point. Right? So, I don't know. I did like the QSH though. For sure. Inferno doesn't allow troops to be invisible. Is it just the troop, Solar? Is it just the troop that has the Inferno, or is it any troops on the team? No. I'm not talking about. Okay, I'll have to explain it in a little bit. The sneaky tactics marches would not be the ones that have Inferno. Right? What I was saying is the marches that would be pushing in mid would not be the ones in sneaky tactics. Those would be the ones with the Inferno bait. The sneaky tactics ones would be the ones wrapping around the mountain to go around from the backside in sneaky tactics. So I'm not saying to make the marches invisible for those. I'm saying the 30 that would be wrapping around that are not going to be in that would be the ones in sneaky tactics. So you're kind of hitting them from the front, and then you're cleaning them up with the back. Show us your main account. Yeah, I'm gonna flip over here in a minute because we're in KVK, so I gotta record that too. Give me 1 minute, team. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right. All right. Let me see. Okay, let me make sure we're on this other account. Let me show pick these up real quick. We'll have to do all these later. We're gonna spend the hour. I am currently in. All right, so we're currently just entered KVK into 2481. So let's show out what it's looking like. What is looking like? What is looking like? All right. Majestic. I can't do both like and sub. That's too much to handle. Good to see you, Majestic. Hold on. Let me see. So Inferno runs on a 30-second timer. When you pop it, you explode in 30 seconds, and the fire is set in a fixed location for 18 seconds, damaging all marches. Remember you. All right. So this is I don't want to say main account because I'll be honest with you, the 4028 account may end up overshadowing this account in a couple of KVKs just because of how like accelerated the growth is over there. So right now we are loaded into the stratagems. KVK looking like an absolute bloodbath is gonna ensue. We do have our boy Boom Boom himself, Apple, over here. And I'm gonna pop up on the screen what the allies look like right now. We are not allied with our boy Apple this KVK. So we will be, you know, we can't reveal the plans yet, but the way that, as y'all saw from the graphic, the way that it's laid out right now is allies are fire, them, and then Appo's kingdom, 3777, and then it leaves us with us, and then our boys and girls in the top right corner. It's gonna be an absolute bloodbath of a KVK. I'm excited for it. It should be very, very interesting, because we do have teams that are like, in particular, us two, right here in this bottom right corner, it gets very dicey because we are in between two enemy camps. And then 3777 is surrounded by 3 enemy camps at a certain point. 2, most likely. I don't think the 3rd will make it here in time, but it makes it where, I'll be honest with you, it's going to be very hard for both of us to end up in Kingsland. So prepare accordingly, right? Somebody most likely is not making it to Kingsland. That's the reality. So we are going to fight like it's Kingsland every zone because one of us is not going to make it in. So it should be very interesting to see the way that it stacks out. I believe these two are the 2 strongest. They are the 3rd strongest. We are the lowest, I want to say, but I'll pop up the graphic has all of that stuff, so y'all let me know. I'm just kind of guessing off a whim, but yeah. So that's the way the KVK has been stacking up. As for how the account is looking, I need to do all those. I haven't been on here because I've been on the other account since we're in Kingsland. The way the account's looking, we already level 25'd our mine. That was one of the first things that we did. Research tech-wise, we have what we have. It's kind of what we're working with. I'll show you what we did. I did note down kind of the path that I did and what I feel like is the best pathing right now. And so I'll release those in Discord. That way y'all can see it as I kind of work my way through. But you can see we already did cutting corners, 5 of 5. We went to cutting corners 2. We did that all the way to 10. We have not touched any war tech yet, right? For the most part, we are eventually going to work our way to the runecraft. And then after runecraft, we'll do a little bit more, but not very much, because I don't play with T5s. So a lot of this tech is targeted towards T5, and I'm not going to necessarily need it. So usually what I do is I stack out the percentages for my marches, and then I'll push a couple over here. But definitely the rune craft is popped. It's definitely what we're going for there as well. And then after I did the cutting corners, I worked my way back to cultural exchange. I did a couple of barbarian bounties and Karaku. I didn't focus too hard on Karaku because I'm not necessarily doing all those right now. The first level is very easy. Later on, we'll get these to do all that. But the barbs, we started working on that as well. But my main focus is the bastions for crystals. And so I put a majority of them into leveling out the cultural exchange. And then now, as you can see, it took me where I need to level out this one to 5. And then we can come back to cultural exchange and I'll start leveling that one out. I also don't go crazy on barbarians yet because I usually will wait for the higher level ones so that I can score more honor at a bigger clip. And so I'm not really worried about barbs and Karaku yet. Once we get into the next zone, then I probably will, because they'll have a higher level, more points, and then we'll go from there. So right now my big thing is the bastions, getting this leveled out, and then coming back and completing the last of these, forgetting about siege, because I don't really care about siege, and it saves me some coins. I save these for the very end so that I can get more coins easily. But I don't need all those. I can earn those pretty quick later down the line with the crystal mine. Marches, they're going to look pretty similar to what they looked like before from a previous KVK. I'm probably only going to run 3 just because I don't want to waste all my res running non-optimized marches. And we'll go from there. The 3 marches I'm looking at running, one of them will get switched up a little bit. And we're going to test it to see how well it does. From last KVK to this one, I was able to expertise out STP. So he's working, but as you can see, right, being out for 2 years, the gear is trash, right, boys? That's why I'm not trying to get crazy with it. I'm currently working on the Dragon's Breath stuff and gathering all that, which is why, and then I will work my way back to infantry. And then, so we're going to run SCP and BQ again. And, oops, let me see. And BQ again. And then the only change to the lineup is we did run Joan Nevsky last KVK. We'll see if we test it again. It was very fast. And so why does she not have a helmet? Hold up. Why does she not have a helm, bro? Huh? Question mark? What? We could technically, I have this. And then I need to update this chest piece. That's the one we'll have to look at, but it's okay. We'll figure all that out. Why does she have the book? I don't know. All right, we'll have to clean all that up afterwards. And so we'll look at this. I may consider, I'm not gonna lie to you, I may consider testing out the book, or whether I want to use the ring and the horn on. So this is the only switch up that I may have. I may be using Achilles this KVK to test it out. He is not expertised out. He's 5212. We're going to test it out. I don't know if it's going to do that great. If it doesn't, then we'll just go back to the Joan Nevsky for a little bit. But I want to kind of test it out to see. And then we're going to continue to work on expertising out Achilles. That's the focus now with the sculptures. QSH YSG still going to be a combo. And then as for gear, we're working on the Dragon's Breath stuff for him. We got the bow. I think we may end up going KVK helmet with this one and doing the 4 set, I think is what we're going to do with it on this one. So Dragon's Breath for these 3 so that we have the 4 set, and then the KVK Helm for this one, if we can get it. And then those will be the 3 marches we essentially run. As for armaments, formations, there you go. That's what we got. I think one of them still needs to get cleaned up. Let me see. March speed cav. Infantry health. I don't think I can enhance these anymore though. Yeah, I can't. Invincible. I kind of want to reset it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want to reset it. So that's what we're running with right now. So I need to do bastions real quick. We got to kill about 30 minutes. So it gives me a great opportunity to go in and start knocking some of these out. Let me see. Call of arms. I need to do this. Get that rolling. I killed all of those. Let me see. Look at your VIP 18, dude. Yeah, it's a thing. I think I'm already about to be VIP 13 on the 4028 account, on the restart account. So that's what I'm saying. That account's gonna be zoom zoom and a boom boom before like KVK 3 and 4. It'll probably have better gear than this account, which is wild to me. Wild. Manu, Boba, if you didn't know, you fight Oppo twice. His main is on the left side as well. Oh, and 1660? Nice. Yeah, the allies were kind of cooked, brother. I ain't gonna lie, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I ain't in Diplo, nor should I be, right? I'm not the guy that you send to go do Diplo. I'm the guy you send to go make a fight. You know what I mean? All right, let me see. Let's get these going. I start every sentence. I would start every sentence in Diplo with all due respect. You know what I mean, team? With all due respect, that ain't worth a dolphin and a whale getting it on. All right, let me see. I always use YSG because he's goated. All right, let's trash all those. Invincible, all damage. Dun, 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 dun. Yeet. Okay, he wasn't good today. GG's. GG's, brother. GG's. All right, I'll do that. I wonder how far down I fell in my rank. I was in top 250. I'm probably at like 500 now. Let me see. I'm at 727. Wait, is this the... Bro, I hate Marauder encampments, bro. Oh my god. Let me die. Let me die. Brother, nobody wants that. Nobody. All right, let me see. We got those. We got to do our dailies real quick. Got to go do some bastions. Got to earn them crystals. Actually, we'll save those. We'll save those for like a pre-fight stream where we'll pop them. Pop the 10, get that quest done. Done. March it. Oh, hold on. See, this is why it's tough and I always forget. All right, give me 1 second, team. Before I forget, let me collect these. Before we do the troops I can't do those too fast because I would have done those really fast, collected them, and then it's a waste because if there's a training bastion quest, then it's already a leg up right there. All right, so we'll do everything else first, and then when we do bastions, if we have those, then we will finish it out. I don't think I need El Cid, but we'll get them anyways. It doesn't really matter. It's all just wasted coins at this point. Dude, I wish this had better canyon, bro. My canyon is trash on this account. Absolute hot caca. 900. Yeah. Dude, my canyon lineup is trash in this KVK. I ain't gonna lie. Just hitting everybody. I don't even care. Catching strays out there, team. Catching strays. You have... Yeah, I'm totally losing that. I can already tell you that. We might not be moving up very much. All right, let me see. 11. Can we climb? Oh, pretty sure we'll lose that. Let me see. We're gonna lose this 100%, but I kind of want to see me lose it. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like we're gonna lose this. Oh, dude, they got range, bro. We're getting cooked. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those like beta count, bro. Let's see. 1 second. Is this the guy who baited me before? No, he isn't. All right. Can you check Discord? I can, but I'm still releasing the video of the match. So people are like, I don't have to highlight it yet, but the match is still going to be coming out. Does that make sense? I don't have to highlight it, but usually what I do with the matches is I cut them, I chop them, make them into videos, and I'll do SIP versus NB as a match cast, as a video. That's fine. If people watch the video, they're gonna see it. It's not a like, but I don't have to highlight it yet. I'd prefer not to sit on it forever because the likelihood is it's gonna get posted. Being honest with you, the likelihood is somebody's gonna do it. So I'd prefer, usually, I'll be honest with you, sis, usually I don't agree to it because somebody's gonna do it and then I'm just missing out, if that makes sense. And at that point, like, if you're last to the game, then it's like a waste at that point. But I'll do it for you the one time. But I would say, like, if y'all have hidden stuff, I wouldn't put it and have me stream it, because usually I don't. I'll do it for you. I don't know. That's all my thing, right? I understand. But like if Chad or if Oppo or whoever gets notified about it, they're gonna make a short about it. And then at that point, then I'm already way late to the game, and then it's like, okay, well, it's not gonna help me. But either way, you let me know what you want, and that's cool. I'll do it the one time. But I'll say this: once I see somebody's already posted it, I'm just gonna insta post. Like, it's, I think it's great content for y'all in that sense, because the way I'm gonna mock it up, it's gonna be like that. You'll get multiple things out of it. I also don't think that you're gonna run it the same way a second time, and so I think it will be fun, to be honest. Because knowing you're an arc planner, I think most people, I would assume, like, you wouldn't run it the same way twice, and so I suspect it's gonna be different the next time too. That's the only reason why I would do it. I wouldn't be fearful of it because of that reason. That's why you'll see like 93T, they don't give a shit. They'll run most of their stuff in top 32 because they'll run a different variation of it in top 16. So they save their different variations for different time slots. Like I think like, I don't even know, the timing's gonna be weird, but I gave probably like 3 or 4 different variation scenarios that probably could work. But I know y'all practice, so it'd probably just be working that out, whether the timing works or not. So yeah, I'd prefer, because it's gonna come out. I promise you that. There's probably already people in our stream messaging the CCs about it. So a little bit high, a little bit low. But I will say it was a hell of a strat though. So I have on here, I'll let you know what the titles are gonna be though. So I'm gonna do a Solar Inferno reaction video. So I'll chop up the small tidbit, probably from when you pop this skill to going, and then I'll chop up a couple other things and then have that as a video. And then the next reaction was a short that's gonna be the new wicked busted Osiris League skill in season 10. That's what it's gonna be called. I'll probably tweak it, but that's basically the newest busted Osiris League skill in season 10. And then it's just you running in and blue, and then it's gonna be the short, and that's gonna be the end of it. And I'll probably add like a little Daenerys, Dracarys, or some sort of little meme thing at the end, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. Fire! I don't know. We'll figure some funny thing to add to it. And then I need to do a reaction video to the Huns knockout match, which I think they said wasn't very good, but I still like showing the breakoffs and stuff. Let's see. All right, let me see. All right, we're Gucci there. Let's see. How far can we go? First ruin was a 610, a couple of days. Okay. Let me see. Let's collect all these. We need to do bastions and stuff. Let me see. I appreciate you, Solar. Nah, fam. You know I always appreciate it. Much love. No, y'all crushed it. Y'all crushed it. That was a very experienced team, and y'all handled business, which was impressive. I think the only thing, there was like 2 things I noticed for the most part. It was just the outpost in the very beginning got missed, and up top, and then I think there was one time that y'all went for the double Anubis. the double Anubis, but now that I think about it, I think that was at the same time that you were running Inferno, so it kind of makes sense in that sense. So you went for the double Anubis, went for Inferno in mid, and then that was the strat I think that went for it. I think. I'm trying to remember the timing in my head, but the double Anubis got a little convoluted. Because at least MB wasn't... If I was MB, I don't know why they were fighting you in the fire. They should have just let Anubis kill y'all and then cleaned it up. But they were fighting Anubis while y'all were fighting Anubis, so they actually helped y'all. They actually helped y'all. I was like, hey, whatever. But yeah, it was just those couple of things. And then I liked the arc plays. The arc plays were good. Overall, it was really, really good. It was just a couple of things, but they're like fine-tuning kind of deals. It wasn't anything crazy. You're very welcome. No, y'all can use it, and that's why I like doing it, Solar, because when I cut the video, y'all can use it as like recruitment or hype or whatever y'all like. A lot of kingdoms like doing like hype videos and stuff. This is my first official season as a coordinator. Yo, hey, sis, you got it in your blood. You got it in your blood. Keep it up. Now is when the creative stuff starts coming, right? Now you know that it works. You've seen it action. Now it's like, now you're crafting. You know what I mean? How can you break it? I would also say this as the other thing you should think about is, and you probably already thought about it, is you know how you want to implement it, but now your team needs to be prepared on how to counter it. Does that make sense? Because I promise you, when you get to top 32, top 16, you're going to have to start countering it and not just deploying it. So I would say that's probably the only suggestion. If y'all haven't already, start figuring out workarounds for that aspect of stuff. Oh, did we make a sale? Yo, hold up, wait a minute. Did we make an eBay sale, team, on the stream? I heard cha-ching. Your item sold. Yo, the little diaper Pokemon got sold. All right, hold on, I gotta clear this out so we don't double buy this. It literally looks like a, I don't even know what it's called, fam. It looks like a blue ball and a diaper. It's so funny. Sorry, I have to do this because the last thing I want to worry about is double buys, and then I have to start doing refunds and doing all. That's no fun. This one's sold. Delete. Done. It was a here, let me see if I can bring it up for you, Tim. What's this one? I see it. Oh, I guess hold on. I'll full screen it. What's that one? It literally looks like a blue mouse in a diaper, bro. Blue mouse in a diaper. And then we had somebody reach out yesterday about possibly doing like a big bundle for if y'all, I don't know if y'all remember, I did a bunch of rips on I think it was like Thanksgiving, it was Black Friday in the US, where I ripped a lot of the black parallels, the blackout parallels for the NBA. And one guy's trying to collect them all, and I was like, I sent him a list of like the 85 that I have. So we'll see if they want to bundle later on. So we'll see. Card stuff's been going real well. Our opening was sloppy. I highlighted it already. That's good. Yeah, I kind of highlighted it a little bit, but it wasn't necessarily super crazy. But yeah. We got final blow, yeah, on first new, but yeah, it was pretty wild. We did a lot of testing in regular arcs. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. All right, let me see. Oh, I need to save these. I need to save these because that's a Bastion quest too. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting. That's the okay. So let me hold on before I start forgetting. Let's go do some bastions because I know myself. I'm gonna start clicking around. Bastions. I think this is the one I was working on yesterday. That's level 4. I think these are 3, 3, 3. I'm trying to get them all up to at least 3 right now so we can start getting some nice percentages because that's the easiest part right now. Feeding barbs. All right, so here's the other thing. All right, let me do boost. Oh, you know what? I can do these too. Let me see here. Boost. These are for dailies. Boost for barbs. Oh, I don't want to do. Bro, I gotta do these real quick. Let me see this. Actually, what level 40s? Hold on. No, not this one. I always forget which box it is, bro. Where's the KVK fam? I'm always dumb. Okay, it's this one, bro. It's the darn eagle one. All right, let me go to. I think it's Path of Greatness. I think individual, or is it not this one? It's not this one. Barbs. So I need 800. I'm almost done with barbs already. I think. Is it just 800? Really? All right, well, we'll just full send it then. It doesn't really matter then, I guess, at that point. I was trying to see the honor, but I'm trying to remember where to go look. They're all in different spots. There usually is a... Where's it at? Oh, here it is. Honor points. There you go. I think we only have 41 to 45 right now. Do we have 46? Oh, we do have 46. Is it the highest one we have? 46, 46. Okay, that's fine. We'll just run 40 to 46. 41, whatever. 46. 146. All right, let those run, and then we have our bastion going. Let's collect all these, and then we have about 10 minutes, so I'll try to do some bastions, and then probably what we'll do is I'll do a little bit when we come back at 18:30 roughly for the 19 UTC stream. I'll do some more of these, and then we'll hop into the matches. I'm going to peace out for a bit. Epic stream, and good luck to your Spurs. I appreciate you, Grumpy. Thank you, bud. All right. Gather wood. No. Donate. That's fine. Bro, gather wood, bro. Leave me alone. Defeat barbs. There you go. There's another one. I'm looking for a troop training, research, or barbs. Those are the ones I'm looking for. High point ones, because you only get 15 a day. I'm looking for high point ones. And then I run the auto. That way I don't need to worry about going to 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. equipment material. You. Already did that one. You. Just for dailies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. There's that. I did the boost. There's the Bastion. Bro, the Gathering, man. You're killing me. There you go. Troop Train. That's what I was looking for. You got that one. Now we can finish these up. Do one more lot and... Alright, I think, let me look and see. I think I'm going to be doing more archers. Troops. 8. So yeah, I need more infantry. Alright. No, 2 more. There you go. Those are done. We'll get these rolling again. Feet barbs are already fighting them, so this won't be a fast quest too. So we're already pretty close to 4, so I'll probably use all my attempts to get this one to 4. And once we pass 4, then I'll go back to the 3s and upload those to 4. All right, defeat Barbarian. There we go. And that's why I run it on auto when I do Bastions, because then I don't need to worry about, oh, I gotta go attack another one. It all is going towards honor anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Match should be available in 10 minutes. I don't know which 15 UTC. Chat, do y'all know any 15 UTC time slot ones? I only prep for the 13 that we might want to look at. If not, then I'll go find something in Horus or Anubis or one of those to go check out. Donate. How many quests do I have? 5 more. All right. That one's done. All right. That one's at 4. Hold on. Bastions 4. Ooh, that one's close to being 5. Kusunoki up top. Okay. Let's go get him to 5. Lost Canyon, I'll skip. Let's skip. They're all kind of trash, I'm not gonna lie. Why is that one so low? I've never seen that one that low. Let's do that one. 135. Already hitting them. UE versus God X. 21 versus 24. Let me see. We about to go head to head with 24, who we faced in KVK. Yo, Tyler. Oh, my bad. How long have I been in cam screen, bro? Hold on. Chad, y'all didn't tell me that, chat. Dang it. How long have I been in cam screen? And now I'm scrolling back to see. Y'all are sus, chat. Y'all just watched me just clicking for 10 minutes. Bruh. Y'all are trash. What in the hell? Chat, we got to do better, chat. All right, I'm letting it slide on the content, right? But we can't. Oh, Lord. I see gather. We're not gathering. We can save that. Donate 1,000. Is the 67 gonna put it over? Okay, it's gonna put it over. That's fine. There you go. Dang, chat, y'all sus, bro. Y'all just let it get cooked super hard. Respect. Y'all keep a straight face. All right, Sun Tzu is over here on the right. We'll use the last attempt, and then after reset, that'll be the one we're working on. Oops, wrong. Yeah, no, this one. That's the right one. Gather, confirm. I really don't want to use that one, but I was hoping for a better one for my last. Hopefully a training one. That's fine. I guess we'll just use that. Allison, yo, how's it going, buddy? Why'd you retract your message, my friend? Why did you retract it? You didn't want to say hi to me, fam. That's what I feel. That's how I feel. I feel a certain way about this. There you go. We are Gucci with Bastions. Let's see. I don't even know. I need to pay attention when this ends. Troop power, alliance donations. Okay, so we need to do the alliance donations. I always just hold off for bastions because then I run out. All right, Gucci there, good there. All right, let me see. Let me collect all these. And then we need to finish up our dailies real quick right before the match. Then I don't need to worry about it at 19 UTC. You know what I mean? Let me see this. Which one's this one? Trial, collect. That's sunset. I'm trash at sunset, but I'm trash. I'll finish those troops out here in a little bit. Items. What other things do we need? That should finish me out on this. There you go. The one thing I haven't checked in a while is the museum. I didn't say, as I didn't know if you were meant to be it. No, man. I was out here gaming. Tyler. Nobody said jack. I was like, what? All right, let me see. Troop attack. I don't think any of these we need to worry about. Martel, Med, CC. It says battle in progress, but we can't join for another like 4 minutes. A little Guan, William, Caesar, Freddie, Richard, Elcid. I don't think there's anybody. I think Charlemagne was one that they were revamping, but that doesn't help. Utmost, Constantine, Tamaris. None of these are worth it. RSS. Get that Trajan. All right, so we're done on those. Okay, so back to the old faithful question, team. Right? Where do we want to go? Let me see. Osiris League. Oh, it's because our match is in progress. That's why. Let me see. see if we can find a good one at 15. 16 OT one, very nice. I don't know. A majority of them I feel like are going 3355 ult. Interesting on that one. It's going good, QQ. How you doing, bud? Good. Good, brother. Let's see, War 1. Fame. We're looking for a match right now. We got like 4 minutes to find one. See, a lot of these, I did notice, a lot of these teams, I don't... JW! Oh, they no-showed! Bro! What a wait, dude. Team. What a waste. After winning off a tiebreaker. See, this is the kind of stuff I'm telling you right now. This is the kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff. Oh my goodness. This is the kind of stuff that really gives me the ick when this happens. You get advanced based on net points and then you no-show for knockout round. When this team beat you and literally nosed on net points and couldn't advance. And I promise you, they probably would have shown up. Ugh, dude, that gives me the ick, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Ugh. DS. I don't know any of these teams. That's the problem. 79 lost. RIP. Off to Cancun. This one could be an interesting one. Let me see. 4-8. 2.6. 93X smoked them. Hey, chat, if y'all know any good matches, let me know. I'm looking right now, and Anubis. I think the names that I knew are closer to the bottom. MR. Kind of intrigued by that one, I ain't gonna lie. Kind of intrigued by that one. 18. Check Anubis 16. Okay, let me get through these real quick and I'll go check it. Fear ZR48 might be a good one too. Let me see. Well, we haven't gone to Anubis yet, so maybe we'll go check out Anubis. I'm just making sure that we're not missing some epic matchup right now. 1158. I don't think that one's gonna be close. All right, give me 1 second. Let me see. GN. Dude, there's so many I don't know in here. 800F, smoked them. I just feel like 93T is just going to absolute choke slam them. But I do want to see 93T at some point. Oh, this was the one. This was the one, team. 16ZO TL68. This is the one we're going with. I know both of these teams, and both of these teams are really good. We're going with this one. Going with this one, hands down. I already know this one. This one's gonna be a banger. This one's gonna be a banger. If it gets smoked, then we'll go check it out, Manu. Okay. If not, and y'all make it through, then we'll make it a point next week probably. Just let me know what the matchup is. Remind me in Rock Chat on Discord. This was the match that I had pulled for 15. I forgot. I thought this one was at 13 for some weird reason. So that's why I was like, ooh. I hate how much time isn't being shown. All right, that's fine. We'll just have to log in. Let me see. Let's give him a little shine, a little phantom. TL68. These are two big boys that are going at it. This is like one of those, shouldn't be a top, 112 matchup, right? Is basically what these teams are competing for right now. I would expect this to be kind of a top 32 group play scenario, but somebody's going home today. Somebody's going home today. Is it going to be TL68? Is it going to be 16? If you want to say O, I think it's OT, but it's not OT. It's one of the other ones. It's the 10-16 fam that didn't split off into 13-16. Z, is it Zio? Yeah, Zio. There you go. So for those of y'all that don't know, this is part of the old 16 OT team from the Osiris League, previous Osiris Leagues. Part of the group from the original alliance went to 13-16, which is where you see 16 OT right now, with some of the old 60 GT members. I'm gonna keep clicking on them. I want to see them 150. We got the big boys in the back. That's always the strat. It's always the strat. Get the ones that are porting up first, always in the back, because you want your players that are going to be longer in the zone to not have to march that far out. It's just a great strat all around. All right, here we go. The gates of hell have opened up. Sentries have been popped. Interesting spot for this sentry. Usually most will pop it in the backside because this front side, you're going to miss all of that. But it will catch anybody, any of the rallies coming through and marches coming through. So I can see that. So all three sentries. You can always tell the newer ones just because of that, the way they pop them. They both popped them on the front side. They popped theirs in the middle. All right, first obelisk was touched by 16 ZO. I keep wanting to say OT, fam. I'm gonna say that at least a dozen times in this. 16 ZO touches theirs first by a couple of seconds, but the second one coming in hot and fast. On the side of TL68, a little Achilles action, Attila, a little QSH as expected, nothing abnormal. Oh, we got our first archer spotted right there. Yo, gang, gang. So a little bit more fanned out for the side of TL, 16 OT. See, I almost said it, 16 OZ. Keeping that strong, tight line coming through. Which skills were popped? Because I wasn't paying attention. Energetic was popped by 16 ZO. Nothing, not even hard push for the side of... Interesting. For the side of TL, no skills being used. They might just be saving them up. Oh, they're doing stocking up. Okay. We're going to go for a little bit different of a strat this time, team. We're going to be doing some provisioning on the side of TL. It's going to make this very, very interesting. Shappy, yo, good to see you. You streaming ours in 2914? Is that where y'all are from? Shappy? I'm doing the TL68 versus 16ZO right now, because it should be an absolute banger. Banger. How have you been, Shappy? Good to see you, my friend. Dude, I need to add, I keep forgetting. Somebody in Discord remind me, I need to add the shortcuts in Nightbot for content creators. I always forget, man. Hell yeah, brother. So you're on TL? Which team are you on, Shappy? All right, we're gonna zoom in here in a minute. Let's get it. Nice little clean. They're gonna crisscross right here. It's gonna be nice. But we do have quite the provisioning going on in TL right now. So it's gonna be, we did see the stocking up skill. A little fast Achilles, seeing if they can get him. They'll swarm it down, which will be fun. How's the timing looking? 32 seconds. They should be good. They're breaking off. Okay. I'm okay with that. It kind of puts them in no man's land, but hey, we'll figure it out. Join the forces. We go. Big altar fights coming up. We have 50 seconds. So altars and shrines. This is a very common thing to kind of hold off. Oh, we got ranged. Dude, that's something that I have to get used to, team. I was never used to seeing ranged in Ark of Osiris or in Osiris League, but I'm starting to see some more teams with ranged. I'm not on the team. My kingdom is 24-14, 14 IN. Yo. Who y'all playing against, Chappie? All right, battle has begun. A little tidbit right here for those of y'all that are used to playing Ark. Right? Do y'all see this white ring around the structure? If you park your march like this, I want you to watch what happens to this blue march when it tries to get in. You see how it tucked out and then went back in? The reason it does that is when you put your marches on the line, it doesn't let you directly march in. It will force it out to go in. So those couple of seconds are crucial. So if you are going to be the one that's trying to dive into the structure, do not park your marches on the white. Park it right outside the white, and once it drops, you can instantly march in. There is no couple of second delay. It won't do that. But every single time you park your march on the white, the shield, it will force it out to force back in. And those couple of seconds are usually the difference between a march that just starts marching over and dumps in as opposed to one that's standing there. So when you see the structures get sniped, that's usually why, just so y'all know. I usually point that out because there are a lot of teams that don't know that or don't catch that. And it's an important, when you are micromanaging like strategies, that's a big one. That's a big one when you're trying to snipe out structures, that when you park on the shield, it's going to do that with everybody's marches. And so you'll seldomly see, like, you'll see marches that target behind, and then once the shield drops, they instantly jump in, and it cuts off the extra couple of seconds. 86 NS, brother. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. All right, we got a little sentry action coming in. All right, energetic and no mark. The combo, they already popped no mark. All right, well, we're going with it. 16ZO popping that 6 bar very fast. Very fast. And here comes the swarm, brother. The swarm. Woo-wee. TL68 coming in thick, boys. That Hera's going down. But we do have reinforcements coming in from the top. It should go down. It should, but Hera's holding on. Okay, there you go. I was about to say, team. All right, so they did not get first occupation on that one. Or did they? No, they didn't, right? It was still counting down. But we are delayed on multiple occupation. Dude, this game might be. 16ZO is coming out with the absolute fierceness. They're about to snipe out this altar. Dude, we could be in. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now, the score does look like that because they haven't captured first occupation on this altar. They're about to lose it on this one, and they haven't. So they haven't gotten first occupation on anything. So keep that in mind. This one did switch over, but it already got first occupation, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. It's okay. This altar, they're about to take this. Look, you're about to see that jump. That jump. Goes 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. 1,000-point jump just from losing the first occupation. It can put you down way behind, but you're gonna start seeing TL coming through. They're gonna get some caps. Let me see. So this one's about to tick, so this will put him up a little bit. There you go. Put him up 4. This one will put him up another 4. Put him up by about 1.6. But keep in mind, all these structures for 16 have been ticking, getting points this whole time. And so they're already going to be way behind. Guys, arc rotation's coming. 3 minutes. They're already in shambles. But hopefully these two will kind of secure themselves. They'll be okay. They can neutralize this structure, hopefully. 3 seconds. They should put them up another 1,000. Go. Or did they lose the first occupation on that? Oh, team. Did we miss that? That was one of the first occupations lost? Oh, no. Oh, they cooked him on that. Oh, no. I was like, oh, another 1,000. Nope. Nope. Bro. Oh, yeah, because the Hera didn't have a timer on it. Dude, what an L. Oh, no. We're in shambles here, team. We're in shambles. So this should put them at 2K after they get this shrine. I don't think they lost that first one, but we're going to find out. If there's no tick points, then... Woo! All right, 7 seconds. Then we're going to middle. 7 seconds and we're going to middle. I want to see this first occupation ticks over. There you go. First occupation for that one. So they lost both altar. Oh my God. They lost both altar first caps. First occupation. They lost both of them. Bro. All I know is TL better be ready. Like, this is not out of the realm of possibility, right? This first arc's gonna be worth 3,000 points, but they're gonna need bodies. They're gonna need bodies. They haven't used skills, right? The only skill they've used is stocking up. So they should have skill. There is no reason that TL should lose this. They should win this mid fight. I think you're gonna see, they'll show a little bit here, but I think 16 is gonna be going structure game full through and through. Dust up, oh, using dust up, brother. Oh no, Desert Storm getting popped on them, there you go. There you go, should be pushing in on the ball. And they should have one more skill to pop. Or did they already pop it? Desert Storm and Dust Up. Okay, so that was their combo. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm not a huge fan of those two, to be honest, but I can see it. I would have preferred Mythical more. But it is what it is. All right, here we go. Battle for Arcs already being grabbed by 16. This is a full, like, this team is rocking right now. They are rocking. They're already in full form right now, team. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of scary. They got their strats down. They are ready for the Osiris League. 16ZO, take the name. They're just falling asleep out here in the ball. Fell asleep. The arc's already going to be... Oh my gosh, dude. Ooh. 16ZO. Coming out hot, dude. 39 minutes to go. Yeah. 44 on ours. Wow. 16ZO. Color me impressed. Color me impressed, dude. They're in full form right now. And they honestly haven't used very many skills either. And that's what's the impressive part. Look where he's taking it. Look where he's taking it, team. Bravo. It's like we know. See, y'all are going to see a lot of what I was talking about, where it's like when teams avoid, when teams do this, they brought it over here for a reason. And I told you why, right? Because if he dies, they killed him right here, right? By the time they march around this rock, boy, let me tell you something. All these boys would have hunted him down. And that's the play. When you run it right here, you invite the marches that are running up, right? It creates an additional barrier that they have to run around in order to do it. It's a very smart play. The only thing that I would say when you do that is make sure that your outpost is garrisoned. That is a side note. This needs to be garrisoned, right? And then you just run it around the rock and you're secure. You're good. It's a very, very good play. Love it. I love seeing it enacted. All right, 16-0. Now they can recoup back and refocus on structures. Rally in on garrison and poor David. Poor David, brother. Okay. We captured their obelisk, then teleported in and started swarming their cities. Oh, dude, Car, y'all are mean, bro. Y'all are mean, bro. To their poor, unfortunate souls. So gave him the business. Well, fam, we're gonna stay here because somebody's gonna have to play these guys, right? Somebody's gonna have to play these, and I'm telling you right now, they're looking in top form right now. If you're 16-0, top form, and it's not even against a trash kingdom, a trash alliance, a TL68. People know him. People know him. If you know him, you know him. But 16-0, formerly 16-OT, before they split, the separation is looking nice. Nice. TL is doing a better job of holding structures now. Anubis should be spawning here. TL really does need the Anubis. That's kind of the only thing that I would say. This is one of the very few moments that I would be like, you really are gonna need Anubis if you were gonna attempt it, because right now they are sitting on this arc, which is worth 3,000 score. So they are actually not down by 6. They are down. They are down by 9. And so that's the note to take, right? If you're on the defensive in TL, you got to push the envelope, because you're not down by 6, you're down by 9, right? And unless you're gonna start carving into the points per minute, right, they're gonna sit on it as long as they can. I don't think 16's game and this, like their strat in this game is that. I think it's gonna be dominating the structures and flipping and neutralizing. All right, let's see. Dankar, you gave him the business, boy. You gave him the business. 16-0 is looking nice, and they still haven't used half of their bar yet either. Now, I will say that TL hasn't used any of their big hitters yet, so I suspect they're going to use it for the second arc, which is why I think 16 is holding on to this. One, they want their skill bar to build, and two, I think they're expecting them to pop to the death or one of those in the coming arc. We practiced with 16 OZ last weekend. They're decent. It's going to be a thing, man. It's going to be a thing. They're very good. They have multiple strats, which is good. They've won multiple matches with provisioning. So they have a lot of variations, which is nice. Yeah, I keep saying bro, I keep saying OT. Don't worry about it, fam. You good. I'm happy to see that we're getting more fights around Anubis, because I don't think I've seen a match where there's been actual fighting around the Anubis yet. The funny part is after this fighting is done, right? These marches are going to be so weak, they're not going to be able to take the Anubis. They ran out of troops after 20 minutes, so they weren't able to keep up. Might be a thing, to be honest with you. But we also know, Car, you know what I mean? We also know when it comes to gem healing, brother, there's going to be teams that are going to heal 30 million troops. It's just going to be a thing. Brother, they're so dead now, they can't even take the Anubis. GG's. I think they took this one. Okay, so they took the top one. 216 took the top one. Oh, Lord. What they couldn't afford to happen just happened. Sit on the ark. Now all these marches are gonna die. Once that fire AoE comes out, boy, it's gonna cook them all. They're all gonna be dead. Here it comes. I just want to see the fire just absolutely glaze them all. Energetic coming out on the side. Oh, bro, they're coming to snipe it. Oh, no. What couldn't go wrong goes wrong. They're about to snipe it out of them. Oh, no. Oof. Oof. They have to punish them, team. That's the thing, right? TL isn't moving up. Now they're moving up, right? But they need to be on these altars like non-stop. That points per minute is still, and then what makes it worse is they staggered this, and so now the 15%, right, is going to be, oh Lord. Okay, so they just escorted the arc, so now we're at an 11k lead, bro. Ooh. Stocking up from TL. I'm pretty confident this is over, but we're gonna keep watching because I honestly am interested to see what 16 Zio is gonna do. I'm genuinely interested by it. Make sure if y'all haven't already, fam, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share the stream link out. I hope y'all been enjoying the content. I haven't seen as much engagement as I was hoping, to be honest, but I'm going to keep pumping it out. You know, hopefully y'all are enjoying it. We have some absolute bangers that we pulled from today's stream. So hopefully y'all enjoy those, and then we can ramp up that engagement, baby. All right, let me see. Allison, yo, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Little Ivar getting swarmed down. Good job on TL. The issue is, right, TL is playing great if you are the team with the lead. If you're the team with the lead, you're doing great, but you're not. And so that's the problem. They need to be doing this, but also neutralizing the altars at minimum, right? Even if they don't hold them, That's how you make up the deficit, right? You do what you're doing right now, you turtle, but at some point you're gonna have to push up and neutralize at minimum the altars, right? You need to hold your structures, but you need to neutralize those. And that's how you'll start inching back and crawling back. And then you have to win mid. There's no shot if you don't win mid. And so that's why, like, you'll see 16, they're okay. They're in the spot where they're ticking points because of Anubis, right? They actually won both Anubises. So they're Gucci. They're Gucci. They're sitting on that 25%. They got their structures locked down. They can relax, right? They timed out the arc so that rotations are going to happen here in a couple of minutes. And structures still haven't been neutralized. So see, from TL, this is what I want to see. I don't want to see that, right? No open field. Swarm. Swarm, swarm, swarm. Right now, we're just kind of dying in the field for nothing. I think they're waiting on the rally, but I don't really think you can do that. I think these marches are going to be dead by the time the rally hits. Let's see. Here comes the rally. A little QSH rally. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, look what 16ZO is doing. This is what a smart, what top tier teams are doing. They aren't banging on the marches, right? They're waiting for Garrison to start jumping in. They're waiting to start jumping in. They're going to let the Garrison do what the Garrison do. You know what I mean? And then they're sending marches to reinforce, not to engage. You'll have some that will engage, but a majority of them you're going to see they're going to sit out of here. Look. They're going to sit on the outskirts and then just march in. And then go literally tick, 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 tick as you're swarming. That's also the main reason I do not like archers inside of Arc unless they're going towards Shrines of War right before people are rotating mid. Because they will get insta slapped in Arc for sure. And there you go. And a Garrison that probably would have fell didn't fall because of how they reinforced that. It was very smart. I don't think that's the greatest Garrison selection, but it is what it is, right? It did the job. Arc's gonna spawn in 3 minutes, so after this swarm, we'll start looking at rotations and zooming out to check it all out. I was gonna say I think they might take it down, but I think these reinforcements might come in clutch here. These reinforcing CCs are coming in clutch. There's an extra Garrison there. Those last two reinforcements that just went in might be the clutch up right there. And that, oh man. There it is. Bro. Oh, bro, it's all mucked up in the middle. What in the world? Just one guy, look at the work he's doing. Oh my God, dude, he's gonna yellow out everybody. Bro. Dude, it's 2 marches. Look what he's doing. Brother. Brother. Oh my God, and he's still alive. Dude, what? You had one job, team. And now they're going to use... Oh, God. They did all that fighting. They did all that fighting before they even had the skill. All right. Well, they popped to the death. Did 1602 pop it? OZ or ZO? Oh, they both used to the death. Okay. Man, this one's going to be a close one. Dude, this is, oh my God, look at ZO. Oh, TL's investing a lot into this. They are losing the points per minute. It's not terrible though. This altar not ticking is kind of an L. The Ark's about to spawn. Let's see if their Arc Runner is decent and doesn't pick it up from the side. I think this is their Arc Runner right here. There you go. He's picking it up. Good play. Picked it up from the back. Smart. It's the best spot to pick it up from. It also would be better, yeah, if they hit him before he picked it up, but it is what it is. He's gonna die, but look where he dies, because he literally picked it up from the backside. When he dies, he's gonna die, and it's already way out here. It's gonna be so far just because of where he picked it up. If he picked it up from the side and started getting swarmed, it would have been dropped back here. And that's the part to understand, right? It doubled the length that he got because of where he picked it up. That's why it's always so important. I always reinforce that point nonstop. If your team is the team running it and you're looking at time and energy and effort, you always pick it up from the backside, wherever or whichever side you're going to be running back towards, you pick it up from that backside. If you pick it up from the side, from this march, right? If he picked it up and turned, by time he would get to the same spot, if you picked it up from here and turned, it would be an extra 10-15 seconds, right? And 10-15 seconds is a long time in Arc, right? So that's the reason why it's so important. And TL, just like that, it isn't going to bring them all the way back, right? But it's a great start. If you're TL, you just need to say YOLO, drop the hammer, and insta-cap this. You don't have time to waste. You got 25 minutes left in this match, and you need at least 2 more arcs to even think about having a shot. You're doing a great job elsewhere on holding your structures, but now you need arc caps. That's the only big point spurts that you're going to be able to bring this back. This arc is going to be worth, it's the first or second one. It's going to be worth 3,500 points. So this will put them at 16K, almost 17K. So yeah, it's not the greatest, but it used to be what, 11,000, 12,000 point lead. It will bring them down. It'll cut it down by a quarter, roughly, or a third. So that's what you're hoping for. But somebody needs to pick up this arc, fam. Okay, there you go. Rookie moves, you can tell. And now look at what 16ZO is doing, brother. See, this is the point where, as an arc runner, they're probably freaking out because they're seeing the blue. You should run it into the blue. And the reason is this. This is where you're reinforcing from. This is where they're reinforcing from. I know it sounds counterintuitive, right? But running it here is a major L because of the outpost. You literally should just be running it into their ball. Reinforce your shrine, secure that up with the garrison, and run it, and make them run the entire map in order to get you, right? This is wasted time. right? Because now what you may see is you may see blue starting to run from this side because this guy is so indecisive. Look, he keeps running back and forth. Literally just run it to the shrine. Right now, right, he is running it to the weakest garrisoned building in Osiris League, right? The likelihood that this is going to have, well, it did have a proper garrison. That's good. A majority of the time, this doesn't have proper garrison because the garrison is so small. He had a Jan in there. Good play. Well played. They swarm that march down. It should be low enough and the march should be able to get through. So no harm, no foul. But most teams, I will tell you, do not have proper garrisons in here. They're filled with like Scipios and random, you know, random junk. There you go. Insta captured. They're now down by 8K, less than 8K now. Next arc is going to be worth 4,000 points. This is why this is so important, right? And there is a possibility. Let me do the math. There's 8 minutes. Take that out of 8. What is the math? The math is math, and 8, 14. That's under the assumption that they can capture it anywhere remotely tight, like fast. They might have a shot at a fourth one, unless they have like teleporting skill and stuff to insta capture this. It's gonna be very tight for a fourth one. All right, let's see. We need TL to focus on that garrison. Now it's all garrisons, boys. And now I want y'all to keep in mind, in the back of your minds, the reason we're in this predicament is because TL lost both first occupations on both of their altars, right? It definitely does not help. This would be like a 5-6K lead, and instead it's an 8K, right? It was bigger, and besides them capturing the arc, but losing first occupations on all 4 altars is insane. That puts you at an insane deficit. But TL's doing a great job. All right, they're trying to slowly reel them in. They have been, take note, they have been using stocking up. Okay, so that's something to keep your eyes on as well, right? At the end of the day, what TL should be focused on is getting this arc. Then from there, it's structure game, neutralizing, stocking up. That is literally it. I don't think they're going to have enough time for a fourth arc. And so that's what it comes down to. Hold your structures. Hold. Try to neutralize their altars, at least at minimum, right? Neutralize them. And then stocking up. And if you can, do not give both Anubises. At least get one. That should be the goal, is getting at least one. See, their garrisons are doing so much better now. Still losing the shrine, but they should tilt it back over. Should tilt back over. But see, they're also not using... did they use? I don't think they have hard push, right? No, they're not using hard push. You need to get a proper garrison in there. Outposts constantly getting flipped. Altars getting swarmed. Attila garrison, yo. Yeah, see if they can get in. The CCs are... It's kind of tough. Stocking up. There we go. Their guy should be out there this whole time. Dude, they got to reinforce this thing. Where's he at? He was bot side this whole time. Tunde. All right, so that's their provisioner. Oh no. Okay, good. Woo. I was gonna say, there you go. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make in Osiris League is what could have just happened there, right? The lesson to learn from that is if your march gets killed in your provisioning and gets killed in the open field, once the march gets back to your city, it collects all the provision score. If your march dies inside of the node, it goes to 0. It's like you never provisioned anything. So biggest lesson to learn if you're provisioning is do not ever die inside of a resource node, right? If they're gonna kill you, you want to hop out and let them kill you so that your march goes really fast. Hey, go for it. Let them kill you, right? You will get it once it hits the city. And sometimes that's honestly the play. All right, we're rotating in for another arc. Stocking up has just been used though. It was only 2, so it'll be interesting to see what TL pops up for this one. This arc's worth 4,000 score, and the deficit right now is back up to 10. Back up to 10, a little less than 10, like high 9. We need this art. They need this art. And it's back up because of the Anubises. That's tough. That's tough. All right, we're getting ready to zoom in. Altars. 3 altars in favor of 16 ZO. And as we say that, one flips back over. Is this guy doing this thing again where he's just banging everybody out again? Oh, bro. About to send somebody to Jesus. He's doing the smart play here, though. Look at this smart play. He's running away, letting the red marches chase him. He's not hitting red marches anymore. That's the play, right? Because those red marches now are like, I got to kill my marches off, right? And so now there's no longer a sit and stay. It's him running away, trying to get, look how many he's dragging, though. No, don't hit him, bro. Run away. Run away. Just keep running. Let him chase you. All right, we got time warp on the side of TL. But what are they going to use? We're assuming to the death. Time warp from 16ZO. Okay, so that's one of their big ones. There you go. To the death being popped. Desert Storm as well. And then to the death getting popped from there. I like that. I like that for the side of TL. What I don't like is they got banged out, and there was probably like 10 or 12 marches that are now out of the field because of that. But we have more coming, which is good. But they missed out on the to the death buffs and all those, so we'll see. But it looks like they're doing really well. Or not. Oh, or not. Okay, and as we say that, now we're seeing blue marches getting sent to Jesus. Everybody's getting sent out. Old Yeller style, getting taken behind the woodshed from both sides. Let's zoom out a little bit. I want to see the colors. Got a little red, it looking a little bit more blue, I ain't gonna lie, but we do have a lot more team coming in. A lot more team coming in. Ark's gonna spawn in 34 seconds. You love to see it. So many red marches. We're about to see all these sad faces. Insane. Here it goes. Just splitting out all over the place. Oh my God. Energetic being popped. Dude, this is close. Who's gonna, it comes down to who's gonna grab it. Who's gonna grab even the march that's about to die? If you can grab it and turn, bro, it makes such a difference. It makes such a difference. People don't realize how big of a difference it makes. They're grabbing it from behind first. This guy's too slow. Too slow, 5 seconds. Yep, 16 is the first ones to grab it. There it is, and he's off. With the, and you can't let the CC grab it either. Oh no! Brother, he's gone like the wind. He got that wind swept. Oh no, he gone. He gone, cuh. Oh no, he gone. Dang, dude. Bro, he is fast. What? What? Dude, he might be running on Red Bulls right now, homie. That CC needs to be investigated. You know what I mean? Like, homie out here running like Usain Bolt. He's bolting out of here. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how you secure the match. Hey, he ain't gonna capture this. He'll capture it in approximately, what, 5-6 minutes when there's no longer an option for another arc. And the issue is this, right? As good as stocking up is, it isn't gonna make back 16,000 point deficit. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. That's the problem. The whole thing with provisioning is you got to kind of reel them in. And then at the very end, then you drop that hammer on them. But you're not making up 16,000 score. It just ain't going to be a thing. Yeah, this is a GG's, fam. 10K. That's gonna be 14K after the arc's captured, but they'll wait because they don't want to even chance it. I assume they don't even want to chance having another arc. Stocking up. And reminder, this is a win or go home for the next 2 weeks until we get into top 32, and then we enter into group play once again for top 32. So it's a win or go home this week. Now you can see the urgency now kicking in for TL. Got 11 minutes, man. I just don't know. I don't know if that's enough time. I don't know. Oh my God, that garrison. We're sticking here. I want to see if this garrison holds. Here come the clutch reinforcements from the north. Look at this. I bet you there's a bunch of CCs running out with troops. Let's see. There's the CC. Here goes. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Comes in through the pocket right here. Yeet. That fast CC reinforcement from the straight obelisk. There's a little belly reinforcement coming in, timing it up, and he's in. Here come the other reinforcements. And this is gonna hold. This is gonna hold. It may not look like it, but I promise you, those reinforcements. Look at the CCs up top, getting ready to dive in. Reinforcement once it's good. There it is. And that's the way you reinforce and hold structures, right? The difficulty comes, right, when you're the person that's swarming it. You have to have the understanding that if your team, your opponent is doing that, you have to punish those marches, right? You can't just let them stand there. You need players that are like, okay, if their march is standing around, we need to swarm them, right? There needs to be a designated person or people that's their sole focus. Is you can't let them just sit there and just take no damage, right? It's a CC in the field. They should be getting crushed. You know what I mean? All right, no mark coming out from TL. So both teams have used. Oh no, there's still one skill left. The 666 is for the side. I wonder what the last skill is for. Watch them use like bog down on the provisioner. That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. Hello, Harry Garrison. But do y'all see the difference? This is what I'm talking about. See how TL is focused on the marches that are coming instead of focusing on the garrison that is there, right? That is the difference between like a very experienced teams and slightly less experienced teams, right? Is teams understand if you're going to be getting swarmed, you might as well be getting swarmed doing the objective, right? You fighting out here is doing nothing for your team. You're getting score, but objectively it's doing nothing. Because what happens is you clean them out, right? You're clearing the field, right? And then what happens is in approximately 10 seconds, they're going from the city and they're already marching back out. So it's not really about the field in that sense. It's about objective and being focused. There's going to be times that you're going to see very experienced teams. Go watch 93T, go watch those teams where they are just marching completely through full marches, right? Because they're objective focus. They're not about, they know they'll get their 10K. They're not worried about that, right? So that's the difference. That you'll notice right here that TL is very focused on trying to clear the field, and the reality is they may never clear the field, right? So they're wasting all their time trying to do it instead of doing the objective, right? This whole time, this altar they've been fighting around, it's been ticking points for 16ZO, and they haven't really touched the garrison. So that's a major difference, right? I bet you TL engaged in this one. But so see, TL should literally be marching through, dragging this ball away from their structures. They should just be like, yo, bye. And then literally the rally should be going. They should be rolling, because what's going to happen is it would force 16ZO to pull back. Or if they don't pull back, then they're not going to have anybody resistance over here by the altar. And you will trade losing a Shrine of War for an altar scoring possibility. Right? Look at what 16 is doing now, right? They're like, oh, we touched them a little bit. Now we're going to the objective. We don't need to fight out here. Yeah, and KVK is different, right? You wouldn't let that slide. You won't let them run past you, right? And Arc, sometimes you just gotta run past them, right? At the end of the day, it's a time-gated event, so time is of the essence. So every minute that you're wasting fighting in the open field, just not around structure, not really doing anything, is just a waste. Look how low they got that garrison, and they don't even have a rally on it. And we'll take that, right? Because now guess what? All of TL's marches are all backed up over here. And then by the time these marches get back, guess what? These marches are going to be pushing forward, and these guys will never get out of the blender. And that's the reason why you do it in layers. And now guess what? Nobody's here. Ooh, interesting. Energetic coming out. Different garrison. Yo. I haven't seen that one yet. Yo. It got its brakes blown out, but let's see, troop buff. Skill damage 53. 26 skill boost. So this one's getting boosted up to high heaven. Look at 26, 51. And not terrible. But I don't know if I'd like that one that much. But I like seeing different stuff. Seems to be holding really well. So I guess they know something I don't. Once again, look what TL's doing. I think they kind of just said GG, like, you know what I mean? Like it's done. It's done. I just have some fun fights. They're gonna be down by about 20k here very quickly, and how quickly that escalated. How quickly that escalated, team. It went from one arc for 4k, right? Almost double the deficit before they captured the arc. That's crazy. 16ZO, keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes out. Desert Storm, I assume it's right where I'm at. Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting Osiris League because I'll be honest, Horus has some teams, right? But there are a lot of like sneaky beavers out in that group, man. I don't know a lot of these top 32s. I'll have to tally up and see how many top 32 registered got knocked out, because JWBM we saw no-showed, so they're one that got knocked out, and there was a couple of others as well already, and we haven't even gotten to the final knockout match to get into top 32, so there's going to be quite a few more possibly. Two minutes. Hey, I appreciate all the love y'all been showing the channel today. Don't forget, if y'all haven't already, smash that like button on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Helps us out with that YouTube algorithm. And if you're enjoying all the content and videos that we've been producing for the last week, make sure y'all do us a huge favor. Let us know. Leave us a comment. Give us a thumbs up on it. That's usually how I track like what stuff y'all enjoy and what stuff y'all don't. So if I see not that much engagement, then I probably just scrap the project. If y'all like the fun facts and y'all like all those kinds of quizzes and stuff like that, and y'all are enjoying it, that's how I'm going to track it. So make sure y'all give thumbs up, share them out, get some eyes on it. And if not, then hey, it's okay too. You know what I mean? I want to give y'all the content that y'all want to see. So if there's stuff y'all want to see, let me know. All right. But yeah, the streams for today will be today's content that's produced. So probably have videos and shorts and stuff rolling out during the week. And the days that I don't stream, then we'll have videos. But we are rolling into KVK on the other account. So it should be fun. Should be fun. We should have some stuff coming up. All right, we're just going to stick here. We got one more minute. 1 minute. GG's both teams. Started out good. Ended out as a blowout, but hey, it was an awesome match. And I'm glad I got to see 16ZO, man. They are looking on point right now. Excited to see what group they're going to land in, or even, you know, they still got to make it out through next week too. So we won't crown them yet, the group champ, but they're looking very, very strong and very organized. 13 seconds. See how those provisions worked. Oh, they already came in. They already came in. All right, here we go. Tail of the tape. TL68 Ehab. Congrats on the MVP. 16Z. Oh, take the dub. 2 arcs to 1. That occupation score, look at that bad boy. 37K to 23, bro. And I see what I want to see. If you're Lilith, right? I want to see what split out came from the Anubis score addition, right? There needs to be a function or an additive in there that shows what additional stuff the Anubis gave, because I don't know if that's a really big clip. Like, we could be sleeping here and that could be 8,000 additional occupation score that they earn based on the Anubis, right? I don't know that, and there's no way of seeing it, so I really would like to see that. And somehow 16ZO double provisioned on top and didn't even use stocking up. What? Units healed 16 million, bro. They were going hard. Teleports 30, 32, 1. GG's both teams. GG's. All right, fam. Hey, if y'all enjoyed the stream, like I said, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are going to go get some lunch, go do some stuff. Probably be on around 18:30, 18:45 UTC for the 19 UTC match. So hopefully I see y'all there. If not, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, great rest of your evening. And Burrito Gang, we'll see y'all on the next live stream. Bob out. Bye.